Welcome back, everybody. It's the Fantasy Endgame. Here to help you win in Week 7, as always. We're a day away from the start and another Thursday night football game. And waivers have just run for a lot of you. Maybe waivers are running tonight. So we're going to make sure that you get the right players, and that you start the right players. And you know what? You still got some time. Possibly trade the right players. Got a lot of trade questions yesterday, and I get it. This is when trade season is in full effect because the teams that are maybe below 500 are getting a little needy, a little desperate. Want to make sure that you do something to help your chances. And of course, if you're at the top of the standings, you also can make trades to take advantage of those teams. That's what you got to do. I mean, to make sure you execute a completely fair and balanced trade that helps both parties. That's what I meant. No, come on. Like, the point is to win, right? Look, you get the best side of it. Don't offer jerk trades, right? Don't try to fleece somebody, but you want to make sure you do what's best for your team, right? It's like a tricky situation, isn't it? It's like you want to make sure you're at least coming out ahead, but you can't go too far, right? Does this come down to just knowing the people in your league?
Well, I think that certainly helps, right? If you've played with these people for a long time, that helps. But I've always been of the mindset that, like, I'm willing to lose a trade if it helps my team. But what I mean by that is, like, again, like we see a lot, right? We see these trade offers a lot where it's like, hey, someone's going to give me, say, Quinshon Judkins and, I don't know, like Garrett Wilson for Bijan Robinson. It's like, well, hey, Quinshon Judkins, Garrett Wilson, that's pretty good, right? Like, those guys might be worth more than Bijan Robinson. But if I get Bijan Robinson, that's probably going to help my team more. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, maybe on paper I lose that trade, and maybe I don't. Maybe that's not a good example. Maybe, like, I don't know, something like maybe a higher end running back than Quinshon Judkins. But you know what I mean? Like, on paper, it's like I lose the trade, but in actuality, I win the trade because I have Bijan Robinson now.
Yeah, no, I think the biggest mistakes people make in trades, if the trade goes wrong, it's prioritizing, not prioritizing, but even just valuing quantity over quality, right? Just because you get two good players, that doesn't make it better than one great player. We've discussed that before. And also short term versus long term, prioritizing here, now, this week, next week, and not thinking about the playoffs, not thinking the rest of the season. All right. Things change all the time. So just because a trade looks good right now doesn't mean it's going to look good in a couple of weeks. So this is what we do, right? This is, I mean, obviously, end game. We're thinking strategy. We're always talking long term, right? And that's the one thing, is you have to look at the big picture. You can't look at, oh, last week this happened. Like, that last week is over. Like, what's going to happen next week, but also what's going to happen the week after that, and the week after that, and the rest of the season. So that's what we preach here, and try to make you so that you are not, like a lot of fancy players, just going to be short-sighted, So yes, be active, but make sure you're making smart trades. And also waiver wire pickups. This is why, like you said it, right? I think you said the other day, like, Kamani Vidal's out there. I'm not emptying the wallet for him. Like, why would you?
Right.
Well, emptying the wallet on Rico Dowdle sounded great. He has helped you win for 2 straight weeks. Here's the bad news. Chuba Hubbard is back. At least it looks like he's coming back. He is back at practice and is expected to play this week. So here we go. Now, obviously, we talk about him in the start sit video, but Rico Dowdle owners are not going to be thrilled. But realistically, what do you expect from both Chuba, Rico, assuming Chuba's playing?
Well, it's interesting. I was reading some comments from Dave Canales today, and he didn't necessarily say, like, he didn't say that it's Chuba's job again. He said something to the effect of, like, I think it would be a mistake to, say something to the effect of, like, a guy can't lose his job due to injury if somebody's performed better. So, I don't know the exact quote, but it was something to that effect. So I do feel like Rico may be the 1A here. But he's still the 1A, not the not the one, right? Like he
Right.
has been the last 2 weeks. So I think we got to knock Rico down a little bit. Plus, like, you got the Miami Dolphins and the Dallas Cowboys the last 2 weeks, two of the worst possible run defenses. The Jets' run defense has actually been pretty good lately. So I think, I mean, I'm not really benching Rico because I'm like, let me see that he, isn't getting as many touches, isn't looking as good. But at the same time, I think you got to knock him down a little bit.
Yeah, it's going to be the worst thing possible. Is we're not going to know. I'm not going to know exactly how it's going to go. Of course, we never really know, but it's probably going to be kind of a split. But I mean, you brought up the most important point. We can't just ignore the fact that it just so happened in Rico's two smash games. And look, he looked great, right? There's no taking away from him, but they were against two of the worst defenses in the entire league. He's not
Right.
going to get the Cowboys revenge game every week. He's not going to get to face the Dolphins every week. And so, yeah, yesterday I said, you just need to flip Rico now while you can. People are like, are you sure? Yes, absolutely sure. You need to flip Rico now while you can, unless you think Chuba's going to get hurt again. But even so, Rico's not going for 200 yards every week. Some happy practice news, though. Some players coming back to practice. We are glad are back, definitely. CeeDee Lamb back in the field. I remember the Brian Schottenheimer quote. Because they were like, well, what do you need to see from CD to make sure he plays? And he's like, if he's breathing, then he's in. Like, okay,
Yeah.
or something like that. If he's alive, like he's good. I forgot the quote, but anyways, yeah, I think we can say CD's on the way back. And then what about Terry McLaurin limited today? What's the confidence level?
I mean, at least he's practicing, right? At least he's practicing, so it's a start. It's progress here. But like CD, Terry, I think if they play, they're in my lineup. I mean, they're in my lineup, unless you're just stacked. Like CD for sure, right? CD if he plays in my lineup. Terry, this is the Cowboys. Like I know the Cowboys, they've been a little better lately. Like Deron Bland's getting healthier, Trayvon Diggs is getting a little healthier, but still, it's not enough to keep me from starting Terry McLaurin. So yeah, like Brian Schottenheimer said, like if CeeDee Lamb is breathing and on a football field, he's in my fantasy lineup.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I need to see more than limited from Terry before I'm just like, okay, fire him up. But if he does play and he's good to go, it's the Cowboys. I mean, you almost have to play him. And then it's still just Wednesday, so obviously we're gonna keep an eye on some of the injury situations here. Don't love the fact that Ricky Pearsall still not practicing today.
Yep.
So not a good thing, but again, it's still early. We will see. George Kittle, I think he squeezed in a limited practice, so he might be back.
Yeah, but now it's kind of like I'm like I felt pretty confident that he would be back, but now I'm like on the fence as to whether he's going to be back this week. So yeah, I would have a backup plan ready just in case. We'll see how the rest of the week goes.
Yeah, still early, but yeah, 49ers still a mess. And then, we'll keep an eye on all the injury reports, obviously, but we're hearing more noise. The trade rumors, it will not go away until the deadline is over. So I wasn't actively seeking NFL trade rumors, but, it feeds you what things you want to see. And I fell for it. So I saw Brees trending. I was like, oh, great. What happened? What's going on here? Nothing's happening, but the rumors are getting stronger. The Jets obviously are going to struggle just to win like a game. I guess it makes sense, right? There's teams that need a running back. So here's my question realistically. Like, we're not going to play guessing game of who's going to trade for Brees Hall if he's going to be traded. And maybe he gets traded, maybe he doesn't. I didn't talk about Isaiah Davis as a stash this week, even though I know the Brees rumors have been around since the preseason. Because my question to you, if you're trying to get ahead of the game, is Isaiah Davis worth stashing?
I mean, I don't even know. I mean, how good has Brees even been in this offense as the guy? Like, what are we really expecting from Isaiah? Let's say right now Brees got traded and they're like, it's all Isaiah Davis, right? Like, Braylon Allen's out. We don't have him. We're just going to roll with Isaiah Davis. We're just like, how excited are you really going to be for Isaiah Davis in this offense right now? Like, I mean, yeah, he's probably better than guys who are, stuck in committees, but that's probably about it.
Yeah, exactly. What really is his value? And then I saw someone saying like, well, if Isaiah Davis is already owned, then next guy up is you want to grab Khalil Herbert. I do not. I do not want to grab Khalil Herbert. He's like on his fifth team in the last 3 years. Come on, really? Like, what are you expecting from a guy who's bouncing from like practice squad to practice squad on the worst team in the NFL? Like, okay, you're trying a little too hard here. So, look, that's not what in game is about. It's not like thinking way too far ahead. You like loop it back around and you're back at the beginning. It's like that meme. Anyways, yeah, I'm not picking up random Jets running backs just to say I have the starting running back for a team. But
right.
We'll keep an eye on the rumors. I mean, a lot of could be trades. Now, another injury / trade rumor, Jacoby Myers, questionable all of a sudden. I don't know. Did you see an injury last week? I don't remember seeing an injury.
Yeah, I didn't see an injury. This feels like they don't want there to be an injury for a guy that they are trying to trade.
Well, we'll see. Not that you want to run out and start Jacoby Myers too much anyways, but yeah, just keep an eye on that, right? Things can change quickly in the NFL.
Yes.
Well, it's still early in the week. A lot of things will change, but one thing that hasn't changed all season long, and I bet you won't change. If you sign up for the very first time on Underdog, you get a gimme pick. That's right. This week, right now, it is Jaylen Warren just getting a yard. Take the higher. It's a gimme. Jaylen Warren does something. You win that pick, and you get that free pick if you're signing up for the very first time as a new customer on Underdog. And you need to use code ENDGAME to get that special pick, plus up to $1,000 of bonus cash on your first deposit. They will match half of your deposit. And you also, when you sign up for the first time as a new customer on Underdog using code ENDGAME, you're going to get $100 extra in bonus funds as soon as you play $5 towards those first picks. Use the free pick, combine it with any other pick, put $5, boom, 100 extra in your account. And of course, we're halfway through Boosttober, so take advantage now while you can. Unlimited profit boosts here up until the very end of the month. So go ahead and take them. And that actually applies not just for new customers, but also existing customers. You should see some profit boosts available in the lobby. So I advise you to go check that out. All right. We are here to answer your questions as always. And I'm also, as usual, going to show off the app that is Draftlane. All right. So let's do our first couple of questions here on Draftlane. For those who don't know, maybe it's your first time watching, we have an app. It's called Draftlane. It's a free download in the App Store or the Play Store. And you can sync your Yahoo and your Sleeper Leagues with it. And for the time being, if you go to the settings here and you use code ENDGAME, you also get 10 free credits. So it's free download, it's risk-free, and you can ask your questions just like you would here on the stream. We got a couple. Oh, we're up to 5 again. Last time I checked, it was 2. So we already got some more. All right. We got a few start questions. A couple of new users here who have used the points. I see Big Man Fishing. He's not new. Let's do the first one. How about this one? Okay, this team is 12th. That's not good. RB situation is hopeless.
Oh.
Let's see. Right. It's not the worst. I've seen worse.
I mean, the RB2 is pretty bad, but at least you got an RB1.
Exactly. At least you have a startable running back. So the question, I guess, the dilemma is more for wide receiver, although I don't see a lot on the bench. I'm not starting Michael Wilson. Golden?
Yeah, I mean, lineup wise, I mean, who's he guys? Got Adams, AJ Brown, D. Higgins. I mean, Higgins, Golden, close for me, but I think I do like Higgins this week.
Yeah, Golden did take a step forward last week in terms of the participation and all that, but it's not like he had a huge game. And Higgins also took a step forward. And, as far as the matchup this week, Higgins Cincinnati. Well, you have to decide this by tomorrow, right? Because they get the Steelers.
Yep.
I mean, I'm leaning toward just leaving Higgins in there. The Pittsburgh defense hasn't been that good, so
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with
yeah.
that.
So, all right, let's do this. Any other changes? Anything to do here?
I don't think so. I mean, we're not starting Haskins or Kareem Hunt over Zach Charbonnet, are we?
Hunt and Charbonnet are kind of the same. They average like 2.5 yards per carry and only score touchdowns. So, honestly, it's like, who do you feel has a better chance to score a touchdown? I actually think Kareem Hunt has a better chance to score a touchdown than Charbonnet.
Well, that's true. He's in that Chiefs offense, so maybe we should put Kareem Hunt over Charbonnet.
Yeah, he gets the Raiders, and Seahawks get the Texans. That's a tough defense. I would just, I mean, one of these guys just has to plunge in the end zone. I think Hunt has just as good a chance. So, all right, receivers are good. As far as RB2, it is rough, but Hunt gives you a better chance for a goal line plunge. Okay. So with that one, as you saw, it's at Yahoo. If you have a Yahoo or Sleeper League, or if you're in a draft lane league like Big Man is, we can see your roster and help you make those start set decisions. But also, you can type your personalized comments, and we give you personal feedback. And that's the way it works. All right. So if you haven't tried draft lane yet, anybody here who's new to the stream, check it out. All right. Let's get into the questions. And also good time to remind you, thank you, JCR. That's right. The road to 100K, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're almost at 90. Are we at 90 yet?
I don't think we're quite at 90 yet. We are close. We're close to 90.
Getting there. All right. Well, everyone helps. So anybody here hasn't subscribed yet, if you can take a second real quick, just hit subscribe. We definitely appreciate that. All right, so let's do this question. Have to start two of these guys. Odunze, Rice, Sutton, Terry.
Have to start two.
Yeah.
Or you. I think I'm going Odunze and Rice, although I really don't want to bench Sutton, but I guess you're only starting two, so Odunze and Rice will be my choices.
Yeah, I mean, between these choices, you could just say no need to risk Terry, right? There's just no need.
Right.
So, I mean, Rice, I think, is the one I feel the best about. And then Odunze, Sutton, both in good spots. We just talked about both of them. So, probably Odunze a little safer, but with huge upside. Okay, let's do the first super chat. Brandon Michael traded Mason and Kyron for the King and Mike Evans. That's a huge win.
Yeah, that's got to be a win. That's a win. Well done. Well done.
Yeah. I know overall it hasn't been a great season for Derrick Henry since week 1, and I get that they're on bye, but he ran for 122 yards last week, and he looked good even with Cooper Rush at quarterback, and still, like, I'm kind of surprised there's still a buy low window on him, but apparently there is.
Oh, big time. Big time.
I need to start going out and making some trade offers, I guess. Mark Wassman. Judy or Booty?
I can't start Judy. I'd rather just take a chance on Booty. Judy's been Booty all year, man. And look, his quarterback is Booty, too.
Yeah. a lot of Booty here. I'm going Keyshawn Booty. Of course, it may not happen again for him, but he gets the Titans. It is a good spot, and it could, right? At least the funny thing is Judy is, like, as far as target share, it's clearly Judy, and it clearly doesn't matter because they're not catchable targets. And when they are catchable targets, he half the time chooses not to catch them. So go Booty. Landon. Let's do Landon. Flexing Tet or Henderson?
Well, I can't say I love Tet this week against Sauce, but I mean, Henderson, like, at this point, but it's just not going to happen. I mean, maybe it will at some point, but it's not going to happen anytime soon. So give me Tet.
Right. I'm done holding out hope that it's going to happen until I see it happen. And I might even need to see it more than once, right? Because I don't trust Josh McDaniels. I'm still boycotting this backfield. It's Ted. All right, here's Cody. Got the 3 lineups. Here we go. Dak, Saquon, Gentry, London, Evans, Mason, Taylor, Judkins, and Nico. Anybody in the bench that we want to swap out? Got Brees and Terry. I don't think so.
Nah.
No, I think that one's good.
You're good there.
Hurts, Bijan, JT, Devontae Adams, Sutton, Mason Taylor again, CD, Judkins on the bench are those guys. And he switches here.
No, I mean, look, if CD doesn't play, if CD doesn't play and Terry does play, I'll put Terry in. But if both of them are out, I'll go Rachaad White.
Agree. And then here's team 3: Dimes, JT, Jacobs, Jamar, Debo, Kraft. Got White, Evans, holding on the field, Vidal, Henderson, Terry, Jacoby.
Well, see, Evans plays Monday, so we got to wait. But if we hear that Evans, it doesn't sound good for Evans and Terry's playing, I'll put Terry in over Evans. If it doesn't sound like either of them are playing, I'll probably go Vidal.
All right. Yeah, I think your lineups are pretty good as is. All right, now we got Byron, 7583. Love the channel. Thank you, Byron. Appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat. It's 1 in 5. Need to win. Yeah, you probably do. 1, 2, 2, 1, 1. Daniel Jones, Dart, Rice, Addison, Bourne, Coker, Achan, JCM, Vidal, Monty, Waller, Fannin, Mason Taylor. What can we do?
Well, I'm going to go Daniel Jones at QB. Hey, you're getting Rice back. That's nice. I think you got to go Rice, Addison at wide receiver. I'm going to go Achan, Bill at running back. Look, if Pearsall's out again, I'm probably just going to flex Bourne.
Yeah.
And then Waller, Fannin, Mason Taylor is going to come down to if Njoku plays tomorrow or not. If Njoku is out, I think you got to start Fannin.
Yeah, that one's tough.
Wait, that's not tomorrow. Why am I thinking that's tomorrow?
Oh, no, that's
on Sunday.
Yeah, Bengals.
You know why? It's because I think Joe Flacco and I think Browns, but he's Bengals now. I got to get used to Joe Flacco on the Bengals.
No, I don't know if I'll ever get used to that. No, I did that today. Actually, I was trying to look at like the depth chart for the Browns, and I clicked on Bengals by accident. Yeah, I mean, I would like to go Fannin if Njoku's out. Agree with that. And if not, probably should go Waller. All right, hopefully you get that win. You got some good players. Rice will definitely help you.
Yeah, let's get that second win and keep it going.
Samantha, welcome back. Starting Goff, Nico, Sutton, Kyron Dobbins, Odunze, Waller, Pittsburgh, and a kicker. I actually know who that is. Well, you've got your 49ers kicker. It's Steady Eddie. Nick's Tet Sharps, Mason. Would you play Mason over Dobbins?
No. I debated. I do like Mason this week. I will say that. I do like Mason, but I debated Dobbins on the booms against the Giants, but I was like, I think I like somebody else better. So you'll have to wait and see who that is. Yeah, I like Dobbins a lot this week. I'm going Dobbins.
Yeah, don't think there's anything to switch here. Ted, not as good a matchup as last week, so I think you're fine, and we're still definitely in on Odunze. So speaking of Odunze, this is understandable. Jordan, it doesn't feel great that you sat Rico on your bench last week, but he still won. So,
yeah, it doesn't feel great. But who started Rico over Odunze?
Right. That's okay. Win is a win. All right. How about this week though? Now, this week is different. We talked about that with Rico. He looks like he's got. Oh man, yeah. Like Rico, you can't start Rico with those running backs.
No. I mean, you can't. Famous last words. You can't, though. You got to go. I think you got to go Hurts at QB. I'm going to go Bijan Judkins this week as my running backs. I'm going to go I'm going to go London Odunze at wide receiver. And then flex is going to come down to if CD play. Man, but even if CD plays, can I really like? I still think Genti is a strong start this week, but it's not a great spot for him. I think I might just flex Pickens, even over Genti.
With CD back, and in fact, you remember a lot of the reason we were big on Pickens before the season was that he didn't have to be the number one guy. CD being there helps him. It doesn't seem like it matters. I'm just going to start Pickens until further notice.
Yeah, no, I agree. I am a little worried, like, if CD's back, what, the target share and stuff, but he's been so good, I'm still going to start him. And then, man, Kraft Goddard is actually tough. Goddard's been so good. Kraft has a great matchup. I have these guys neck and neck.
Yeah, and it is tough because, I mean, look, we think they'll get back to basics with Saquon, and it's a tough pass defense for Minnesota, but they're not as tough specifically against the tight end, right? They give up some like intermediate underneath stuff. Probably just go with Goddard. It's like it's an okay spot for Kraft. It's not like a smash spot. Probably just got to keep going with Goddard,
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Like I said, I have these guys back, like, literally ranked next to each other, so I'm fine with Goddard.
All right, let's get to Moises. Hola. Am I crazy for starting Rodgers over Love?
I mean, look, Rodgers was better last week, which is surprising because, the problem for Love is that he's playing great in real life, but it's not necessarily translating to big fantasy outputs. But I don't know if I can do it. I think I'm still just starting Love.
I don't expect a big Love game. Like it was just saying, that road game against the Cardinals, it's like they're gonna run the ball. It's gonna be conservative. He'll be fine. Like it'll be like 200 something yards and 2 touchdowns, maybe. Like, so I get it. Now he says your other options are Trevor Lawrence or Sam Darnold. I mean, I don't want to start Darnold against the Texans. I'm not sure. Like, would you put T-Law over Love?
I wouldn't put any of these guys over Love, but that's just me. Maybe I'm too high on Jordan Love. I don't know, but
no,
he's been good.
I don't think it's too high. Like I can see Aaron Rodgers outscoring him, but I can't see Aaron Rodgers in my lineup, if you know what I mean. Would you rather have Mayer or Taylor? Well,
Taylor.
Brock Bowers, who knows when that guy's coming back. But I'm not going to put Mayer over against the Chiefs. Oh, would you start him over Waller?
I mean, I do really like Mason Taylor this week, especially if Wilson's out. But now they're saying Wilson, like they haven't ruled him out yet. He might play, so we'll see. I think I got to put Darren Waller ahead of him, though. Just like, do I want Mason Taylor with Justin Fields or Darren Waller with Tua? I think I want Darren Waller with Tua.
Yeah, I think it's definitely safer to go with Waller. And then, would you drop any of these bench guys to stash Mayer or Taylor? No.
I mean, I don't think you need to hold on to Bam Knight.
No, but like if you're starting Waller, that's fine. Would you trade Sutton to try to get Barkley or Dobbins?
I would do it to get Barkley. I don't know about Dobbins. I think I would just prefer Sutton. But for Barkley, sure. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Rusty. How about Achane and Sutton for Bijan?
So this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like what I said earlier about you're on paper, you're losing this trade, but in reality, you're winning this trade. Get Bijan Robinson. Get Bijan Robinson. Like Sutton will be good and Achane will be good, but Bijan by himself will be better. And again, it's not like you just get Bijan and then you get a 0 where you used to have Sutton. You get to put a wide receiver in there that's going to still score points for you. So it's not like you only get Bijan.
Right. To some extent, this matters. Okay, if you trade away Sutton, who you're replacing him with, But it's like you always say, you have to think about, okay, Achan's fantasy points plus Sutton's might be greater than Bijan, but it won't be greater than Bijan plus whoever you're starting wide receiver. Now, if it
Exactly. Like
is because you're like, well, now I have to start Jalen Naylor every week. All right, well, then that might be different.
yeah.
But
As long as you have a solid wide receiver on your bench to replace Sutton with, this is a win.
right. And then how about this? Hampton was dropped.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Alex Bellevue starts one receiver and two flex. This is non-PPR. One receiver, two flex. And it ends at Bourne.
Yeah, man. I think Rice still has to be your wide receiver here. I mean, I don't even know. We don't even know if Pearsall's playing. I would like to say Monty, but it's not a great matchup. But I mean, he could score. Pollard, I'm nervous about this week. I think I'm gonna go Rashid at wide receiver. I think I'm gonna flex Monty as one of my flexes. I might just flex Ted as man, against Sauce, coming off 2 touchdowns. Is he really gonna score again this week? Probably not. Bourne, man. I really wish you had a better running back than Pollard. I'm very nervous about Pollard this week. Tough matchup. We don't know how it's going to shake out here. I don't know. I guess Rashid wide receiver, Monty, and Tet will be my choices.
Yeah, I'm thinking the first three as well. You have to deal with the whole 49er situation. Pollard, it's just okay. I don't think he's going to be better than Monty this week. And then another league is that same question, Taylor or Fannin. This is PPR. So same thing. If Njoku's out, go Fannin.
I might go on Fannin either way here. I mean, I do like Taylor this week, so especially if Wilson's out. But yeah, if Njoku's out, I think you have to go Fannin. Have to.
All right, Jay. This is non-PPR. 2 running back, 2 receiver, tight end, and a flex. So got Goff locked in. That's good this week. CMC, Mason, Pacheco, Tracy, Keenan, Tet, Higgins, Evans, McLaurin, Kittle, Tonjes, Taylor. Man, this team is going to look a lot better after this week when you get back Evans and McLaurin and hopefully Kittle.
Yeah, this is non-PPR. I mean, I think you got to go CMC, Mason. I think if Evans plays, you got to start Evans. I mean, we're looking for big plays. We're looking for touchdowns. I think Terry would still be my second choice if he plays. Otherwise, I'm going Higgins.
Yeah, I think that's fair in non-PPR. Spearsy is here.
Wait, what about the flex and stuff?
Oh. I thought you already picked the flex.
No, because I'm trying to debate, like, do I want to flex Pacheco or do I want to flex? Well,
CMC, Mason, Evans if he plays.
I mean, I guess I would rank the wide receivers Evans, McLaurin, Higgins, Tet. So go by that for your flex. And then you play whatever 49ers tight end plays, I think. Because again, Mason Taylor, does he really have touchdown upside in that offense?
No. PPR floor, I wouldn't say upside. All right. Spearsy has Chiron Tracy on the bench. On the waiver wire, there's Pacheco, Spears, and Tootin. How can you not have Spears? I mean, it's like it's in your name. It's Tracy.
Yeah, I think it's fine to pick up any of those guys for Tracy.
Yeah. He's very droppable. Zachary Mudd, Kraft or Waller in PPR.
Well, I have Kraft ahead of him. It's a good schematic. I mean, it's not like it's like I got Kraft, Goddard, Waller. So I'm going to go Kraft here, but this is close.
They both have touchdown upside, as we know. They both have big play upside. There's similar types of tight ends. Just probably give the edge to the Packers. It's not necessarily a better matchup. as far as against the tight ends, they're just a better team. They're a better offense. So that, I think, to me, gives the edge to Kraft. Xavier says he saw a recent video, traded Monty and probably Sharbs for Zay and Pacheco. Is that good?
I think that's got to be good. I mean, this is like, I would prefer Zay to Monty, and look, Charbonnet, Pacheco. I mean, does it even really matter here? At least Pacheco's in that Chiefs offense, and he hasn't looked absolutely horrible like Charbonnet. So yeah, I think he did good.
Yeah, realistically, it's like Monty for Flowers, right? I mean, that's what it is.
Right.
So, this is one of those things. It's more based on need. I think it's good. I like Flowers. And I'm going to keep saying it because this is a good time to buy low, especially on Derrick Henry, because everyone's like, the King's dead. It's not dead. Zay Flowers, too, coming off a couple down games. Yep. Because he had Cooper Rush, the Baltimore Ravens schedule is so easy the rest of the season. Buy all the Ravens. Buy all of them. Okay, maybe not all of them, but buy where you can. Starman. Start two in a flex. Kyron, Rico, Rashad, Bill, CD, Rice, Debo, BTJ, Pearsall, and Scary Terry. And then Kraft or Kelsey.
All right, running back, I'm going to go. I think I'm just going to go Kyron and Rashad White. Although I have Bill, man. I like Bill and Rashad White neck and neck, but Rashad White probably a little safer here. So Kyron, Rashad White. I'm going to rank your wide receivers because, again, we don't know if CD's playing. I'm going to rank him CD, Rice, BTJ. So if they all play, I'll just flex BTJ. If CD's out, I'll go Rice, BTJ. I probably still flex Debo.
I did see, again, it's Wednesday, but today I think Debo didn't practice or was limited, something like that.
He's got that heel, yeah. But look, you got Terry too. Oh man, okay. I'm gonna rank your wide. I'm gonna re-rank. I'm gonna rank your wide receivers: CD, Rice, BTJ, Terry. Actually, I'm gonna go CD, Rice, Terry, BTJ. So, but I mean, if Terry and CD are out, then obviously you're playing Rice and BTJ. We need a flex. I do really like Bill again this week. I mean, I know he disappointed last week, but he still got the bulk of the touches. It wasn't like, we saw a bunch of Chris Rodriguez or Jeremy McNichols, and he gets the Cowboys now. So I don't know. I might, if CD and Terry are out, I might flex Bill. I hope that made sense. Kind of hard here because you got so many potential ins or outs.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe hopefully we have clarity, the next day or two, but hopefully you can always come back on the weekend and ask again. Good evening, Gabriel. This is half PPR. Got Rico and Chuba. Sell high in Rico. I think so.
Yeah, what a realistic. I mean, I think you could definitely get Zay Flowers.
Oh, yeah. I would think so.
I think you could probably get like Olave. You could probably get like Marvin Harrison if you're willing to chance it, willing to risk it. Guys like that.
Yeah. Chuba's back. It wasn't something significant. Like, it's not going to keep him out probably long term. Like with a hamstring, like you could re-aggravate it, the groin injury, ankle. And this was a calf, right? It wasn't calf. It wasn't anything too serious. I don't know. I'm selling Rico if I can get good value on him. I'm just doing it. Bobby. Would appreciate some start-sit advice. 2-2 in a flex. Okay, got Jacobs, Javonte, Kamara, Dowdle, Harvey, JJ Rice, Evan Sutton, T-Mac Pittman. Thank you. Thank you for always being on here.
All right, 2 running backs are going to be Jacobs, Javonte. 2 wide receivers are going to be JJ and Rice. I guess I'm flexing Sutton here. I'm just gonna have Evans and T-Mac on my bench. But you have a good team, so it is what it is.
This team just got a whole lot better too, with Rice back and Evans hopefully back. Yeah, this man, very nice deep wide receiver room. Okay, Alexander's channel is always on here. Appreciate you. Stafford, Jones, Kyron, Jacobs, JSN, Jefferson, Judkins, Pickens, Hunter Henry, Fannin, Pittman, Diggs, trying to sell high on Pickens. What are your thoughts about that in general? I mean, are you selling high or is that a mistake?
I'm okay selling high, but it's got to be like selling high, right? Like not like one of these selling highs that aren't really a sell high. Like, because again, you have to be a little worried. I mean, I saw the stat like before the CD injury, like his numbers were good, but they weren't nearly what they were without CD. I still think Pickens will be fine. Like, I'm not like Pickens isn't a guy I feel like I have to trade away. Like, if I get a great offer,
Right.
then I'll do it. But I'm not, I don't feel like I have to. So, yeah, you're not gonna get Puka and Alexander, come on, be a little realistic here. Now, I don't think you're not gonna get Puka. Like, I guess if you want a wide receiver, like I think maybe you could get Drake London. I think that seems reasonable to me. Maybe Garrett Wilson if you're okay, like with the fact that he may not play this week, maybe not next week. Then the bye, if you're okay with that. If you're looking at running backs, I definitely think you could get like Derrick Henry. I think you might be able to get like Ashton Genty or James Cook, guys like that.
Genty is a good one. I think I like that. Now, again, it depends what you're looking for. Yeah, but again, be cautious because if you start to get lower, then it's like, why are you selling? Because you're not getting back comparable value. So, how about Romo Dunze?
Yeah, I mean, look, I would take Romo Dunze, sure,
because he's coming off a down game. People are gonna be like, "Oh, Luther Burden's taking over." Still gonna prefer Dunze rest of the season to Pickens. So, back to Bobby. Unfortunately, it's a defense question. And it's a rest of season defense question. Your favorite?
I don't know. Rest of season defense? Like, why? Just who's the best defense this week? Let's see. Vikings get the Eagles. No, thank you. Falcons get the 49ers. It's okay. Who's the other choice here? Texans get Seattle. I mean, none of these are great this week. I guess if I
well, one thing we'll do, we'll start thinking rest of season when we get to what is it usually, like week 12, right? I think week 12 we start to put out fantasy playoff, ranking, like these positions, this, whatever. Once we get closer, like the only reason to think rest of season is playoff schedule. So if you really want to take a look at their playoff schedules, you know what? I picked the Texans first. They get week 15. They get Arizona. That's not bad. Week 16, they get the Raiders. That's great. Week 17, it's the Chargers. I mean, that's not the best, but that's overall a pretty good schedule. I don't think we're going to dig into all of them right now, though, but you can wait on this. Okay, Mary Jo, back to back. Here's the 8-teamer. Okay, Williams or Stafford?
I'm going Caleb.
Yeah, matchup there. JSN is a no doubter. What about Worthy, AJB, or London?
I'm going London. JSN in London.
Bijan and Judkins, I'm guessing.
Yep, Bijan, Judkins. Do we need a flex?
One flex.
I think I go. Is it AJB or Worthy? I think it's Worthy. Yeah, Worthy. Even with the Rice back. I mean, AJ Brown against the Vikings. Look, it hasn't been AJ Brown's issue has not been Jalen Hurts not targeting him or the Eagles not throwing the ball. They're one of the highest pass rate over expectation teams the last 2 weeks, and he's like 7th in targets. There's a bigger issue here. So,
right.
Give me Worthy.
Okay, and then between Goddard and Pitts, I think it's got to be Goddard.
Yeah, it's got to be Goddard.
And then here's the 10-teamer. I already got Williams in there. Dunze, Debo, Rice, Evans, Ladd, BTJ.
Jeez, this team looks better than your 8-teamer.
Hmm.
I think you got to go with Dunze Rice. I mean, you didn't hold Rice for 6 weeks just to bench him when he comes back, right? Dunze Rice, Judkins, CMC, of course. I'll rank the flexes as Evans, BTJ, Ladd.
And I think if Kittle plays, you're obviously playing him, and if he doesn't, then you're not.
Wow, AJ Barner and a 10-teamer. All right, well, I guess the team isn't perfect.
Remember, she's a Seattle fan, so I think a little bit of homerism is okay if you're streaming tight end.
Sure,
it's okay. Michael Cazares switches the best waiver ad between Spears, Juden Coker, Mooney, Jaden Higgins, or Kendre Miller.
Well, I think it's got to be Spears. Again, talked about this a little bit yesterday. I don't know if you were on when I was talking about it, Michael, but like there's a chance Tony Pollard gets traded. And if he does, I don't think the Titans are, bringing in some off the street has been washed up running back to take touches from Spears. They'll just roll with Spears, right? Like, why not? Just roll with Spears. So I think it's got to be Spears.
Yeah, right now I think Spears is good. I mentioned Higgins, but I still put Luther Burden over Higgins. I'm not, forgetting about Coker. I'm still interested in Coker. And, I have not seen the step forward. Like, this Carolina team has been better, clearly, than last year. I don't know. I'm still not seeing what I really wanted to from Bryce Young. So I'm a little less enthusiastic about Coker. So he's okay. What about Bobby again? Now, he's got 2 trade offers. Sutton and Harvey for Brees. I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep Sutton. I prefer Sutton to Brees.
What about Sutton and Dowdle for King Henry?
That I could do.
Yeah.
That I could do. If you need Derrick Henry. Like, again, going back to the trade we saw earlier with Achane and Sutton for Bijan, as long as now you're, the wide receiver replacing Sutton isn't totally terrible, as long as they're, good enough, then yeah, I'd do that.
I think it's that same team. I don't think he has multiple teams, and he was deep at receiver. So, yeah, I would do that. William, would you drop one of these receivers for Mike Evans? Drop one of those receivers? I mean, yeah, I want Mike Evans, but who? There's got to be somebody else you can drop.
Yeah, what about running backs? You have a running back you can drop something? I mean, come on. How is Mike Evans? How do you have these wide receivers, and how is Mike Evans on the? Is this like a 4-team league? What's going on here, William?
Yeah.
How many people are in your league?
This is a 4-team league. Okay. Well, I mean, like, if you have a backup tight end, quarterback, somebody you don't need, yes, get Mike Evans, but don't drop one of those guys. There's got to be another option. Nate Easy. All right, we're flexing Bill, Warren, or Rasheed.
Rasheed Rice. Come on, you didn't hold Rasheed Rice for 6 weeks just to bench him when he comes back.
Yeah. And then that says he's got Judkins and White at RB. Yeah, I think that's fine. Alexis Aguilar. It's a rematch of last year's championship game for him. So therefore, must win.
Must win.
For pride. I get it. It's the pride game. It should be my RB2, Rico, K9, Mason, Vidal, or Harvey.
Well, out of this group, I'm just going to go with Rico and see what he gives me this week. Because I mean, Mason's maybe your safer bet here, but I think I got to go with Rico and see what he gives me.
Yeah, like Rico is definitely not going to give you what he did the last 2 weeks, but he's still startable. I think I'd feel better about Rico than Vidal. So a lot of people will say, well, what about Vidal? Look what he did last week. Don't you see what he gets you? I mean, sure, you could, but keep in mind that was the Dolphins. Like,
right.
It's got to be a part of it. You can't ignore the matchup, I think Mason is fine. I think it also partly depends on those injuries. Jalen Carter, right? He was out. Do you know if he's coming back?
He did. He was full practice today, and so was Jordan Davis.
All right. Well, there you go. Rico it is. Tristan Thompson. Got Baker, got CMC, Etienne, and Vidal. Amon-Ra, Olave, Waddle, Debo, Keenan, Evans, Bourne. And then for some reason, 3 defenses. I hope you don't have all 3 of these defenses. If you do, we're going to change that really quick.
Yeah, hopefully you're just saying which defense to play. I'm assuming you need 2, 2, and 1. So I'm going to go CMC, Etienne, Amon-Ra, Wah. I'm going to go Amon-Ra, Evans will be my 2. Waddle would be my 3. So if Evans is out, I think Olave would be my 4. So I'm either going to go Amon-Ra, Evans, Waddle, or Amon-Ra, Waddle, Olave. Let's see. Bears get the Saints. That's pretty good. Packers gets the Cardinals. That's very good. Seahawks. I think I go Packers.
Yeah, Bears have the best matchup, but they have the worst actual defense. Like, they don't really do anything on defense. The Bears are pretty close to unstartable, I think, on defense for me. Just go Packers rest of the season. This is one where I can say, okay, just start the Packers rest of the season. They have a great defense. Don't think about defense ever again. Start the Packers, keep the Packers, drop those other 2, done. And the Packers, didn't they already have their bye? Now you don't even think about defense ever again.
Yep.
AJ Sherman. Got Nico Teague, Buka, and Golden. Should I trade Nico and Chase Brown for either Ladd and Sutton or Evans and Sutton?
I mean, I think I'd do this for either one, honestly. Because this is basically Nico for 2 of those guys. You say you have Nico, Devontae Adams. I mean, Buka's hurt right now. Golden's okay. Yeah, I think I would do this for either one of those deals.
Yep. Do it. I mean, Buka probably going to be a couple of weeks. So, and T. Higgins, you still don't. You feel less worse about T. Higgins, but do you really want to start T. Higgins? Probably not. So, yeah, I would do it. Brother Pickle. Welcome, Brother Pickle. If I can get it to work, you got it to work. Send Dowdle, Mason, and Ladd for Kyron and Sutton.
I mean, look, if you can do this, do it.
Yeah, I think so. I have Ted, Evans, Ladd, Mooney, Gibbs. Yeah, because instead of, okay, you got Gibbs, and like instead of juggling, okay, Rico or Mason, kind of RB2s that fell into RB1 roles, you can just have Kyron set and forget. Yeah, I think it's worth it. Let's do it. Right. Let's keep it rolling. Another defense question. It's Molly Wop. Browns, who get the Dolphins. Panthers, who get the Jets. Or the Jags, who leading the NFL in takeaways, but they get the Rams.
But they might get the Rams without Puka, which wouldn't be too scary for me. But I wish I could say Panthers, but they're not. They don't get sacks. They don't.
Right.
I might just go Browns. I might just go Browns at home against the Dolphins.
This is kind of what I just said about the Bears. Like, Panthers have the best matchup because clearly the Jets are the worst team, but the Panthers don't have the best defense. Now, they're actually pretty good overall in terms of, not allowing big games to receivers or running backs, but they're just not good as a fantasy defense. I was shocked. What was it yesterday? I remember a couple days ago, whatever, we looked it up and I was like, the hell, the Panthers have like 5 sacks on the season. They played 6 games. They have 5 sacks. The Broncos just got 9 sacks in last week alone. So I know they're playing the Jets, the team that takes the most sacks, but the Panthers don't get sacks. So I'd probably just go Browns because 2 is good for at least an interception or 2. Painless. What's up, fellas? Yesterday I wrote that I traded Nico for Bowers. Right. Asked if I was cooked. I remember. But I meant Rico, not Nico. That is a big difference.
Yeah, that's a big difference. I don't know if you're cooked here. I mean, look, you can ask us again next week if you're cooked or not, right? Like if Rico gets, 70% of the touches this weekend and looks great again, then yeah, you might be cooked. But if it's closer to a 50-50, you're definitely not cooked. I mean, assuming Brock Bowers plays this again this year, which I assume he will at some point.
That's the thing. It's like, say, okay, that's much better as Rico, but I mean, how great do you feel about Bowers right now? Like, I don't know. With time will tell if this is a good buy low. I think it's still a good buy low on Bowers, and it's a good sell high in Rico. Yeah, we need to see that knee injury isn't actually more significant than what they let on. So, I still think it's good. Like, I think it's a good trade. Mikey P. In an 8-teamer, 2 quarterbacks are Dak and May. All right. Rice, Collins, Sutton, White, Judkins, McBride, Flexing, Genty, and Dobbins, Keenan Allen, Higgins, or Bourne. Just one?
Oh, well, if you can only flex one of these guys, I think it's got to be Genty. I do like Dobbins. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I feel like I do like Dobbins this week, but I don't think I could put Genty over Dobbins. You know what I mean? I mean, put Dobbins over Genty.
Yeah, well, we had Genty still as a strong start. Like, you got to be still starting him. I know it's a tough matchup, and look, there's a great chance they're not able to establish the run because they're playing from behind. But the good thing with Genty is he's getting a ton of work as a receiver, right? He's involved. He's going to be out there. They're not replacing him with anybody on like passing downs, etc. He could still score, and if you've seen him play, he does have the ability to take it to the house. So I'm keeping Genty in there. Yeah.
And I go Dak over May, although I do like May this week.
Well, I think it's 2 QB is what it says, 2 QBs.
Oh, even better. Don't have to worry about it. Perfect.
Yeah, you got 2 good ones. Vinny, what's up? Mason or Chase Brown?
Mason. I mean, Chase Brown. There's not a lot of running backs I would start Chase Brown over. Mason, definitely not one of them. Even if that Eagles defense gets healthy this week, which it looks like they might, I don't care. I'll still take a chance on Mason.
Yeah, well, actually, that brings up a good point. I had not thought really too hard about Aaron Jones. Is he on track to even come back or now?
He's not even eligible to be back till next week, so no.
Well, there you go. So Mason's getting all the work. Just go Mason.
Yeah.
Nitty gritty. All right, who to start between Wandale, Bourne, Christian Kirk?
I mean, I like Kirk this week, but I don't think I could put Kirk over those guys. I'll say, I mean, even right now, I still have Wandale the highest of these guys. I will say if Pearsall is ruled out, I may move Bourne ahead of Wandale, but right now I have Wandale.
Right. We know Jennings, even if he plays, is not healthy or happy, or at least they're not happy with him. I don't think anybody's happy there. Yeah, if Pearsall's out, I think I would go Bourne. If not, Wandale is totally fine. Lex Dad. 2 teams needs 2 and a flex. The first one, CMC Mason, London, Pickens, Monty, Keenan, Wandale, Ray, needs
Trey
and then,
Tucker.
Okay, and then the second team. Okay. Let's do the first one.
All right. 2 running backs are going to be CMC. I mean, I guess CMC and Mason. Wide receivers, London, Pickens. I'm going to do I have Wandale or Keenan flex? I have Wandale ahead of him, so I'm going to go Wandale at the flex.
Yeah,
so,
Keenan,
CMC, Mason, Pickens, London, Wandale.
Keenan's been trending down, but also QJ might play this week. So.
Yeah, I think I saw he practiced today, so he's probably going to play.
Yeah, makes sense because he was, pretty close to playing last week. All right, and then the next team, same thing.
Yeah, Bijan, Judkins, and then I'm just going to play Nico, Roman, Rice pretty comfortably. And then Fan and Waller comes down to if Njoku plays or not. If Njoku's out, give me Fannin. Give me Fannin with Dylan. Dylan can't throw more than 5 yards. Gabriel.
Yep. Perfect for a tight end. Joe needs to start either Monty, Vidal, or Walker. He said Campbell said Monty may get more touches.
I mean, he probably will because last week was like Gibbs played over 70% of the snaps. I wonder if that was by design against the Chiefs. But Monty is Monty, right? I'm not like, do we think Monty's gonna like they're gonna stop giving the ball to Gibbs? No, I don't think so. Like Monty's Monty. But between these guys, I actually have Vidal the highest, or Vidal, however you pronounce it, because I don't love Monty's matchup this week, so I'm going Vidal.
Yeah, I mean, Monty almost surely has to get more touches. He only carried the ball 4 times. So, yeah, he'll get more, but that doesn't mean he'll be great. Yeah, I agree. Vidal has more upside. Monty, I don't even know if I can say he's safer. Maybe not this week. Mr. Bleach, what is the best player combo to trade for Hall? Trying to buy low on Brees, I guess, assuming he's going to go somewhere good.
I mean, is Pickens for Hall okay? I feel like it's probably fair, but I don't know if I want to trade Pickens for Hall, honestly. Like,
right.
I mean, if you make this deal, you're banking on Brees Hall getting traded and it being a better situation. Which, I mean, I guess it can't be a worse situation than the Jets, but it could be. Like if he goes somewhere that they already have an established guy.
Or, the popular destination always, which, I'm going to say I don't like it, the Chiefs, right? Oh, the Chiefs need a running back. And yeah, the Chiefs, great offense, but not for running backs, because they'll have Brees Hall between the 20s, and then they'll get to the 5-yard line, and they'll give the ball to Kareem Hunt. And then you're going to rage quit, and you're going to throw things, and you're like, why are they doing this? Because it's the Chiefs. Anyway.
I mean, I still think the Chiefs would be better for him, though.
It's better than the Jets. I'm not going to lie. Better than the Jets. But
like, if I could do Debo and Vidal for him, I would do that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's fair. Pickens, I don't know. I feel like if you're going to trade Pickens for a running back, okay, I probably want something a little more certain.
Yep.
All right. We know he's on the Draft Lane app, and here he is, Big Man Fishing. What's up?
What's up?
Starting Hurts, CMC, Judkins, Nico, hopefully Evans, McBride, who to flex? Or I guess if Evans doesn't play, who do you throw in at receiver between Sharp, K9, Ted, Keenan, Golden, Addison, and Ridley probably not playing.
No, I'll say if Evans. So you're starting Hurts, CMC, Judkins, Nico, Evans. If Evans is out, I'll put Addison in over Evans. I'll rank them like this. I'll rank your flex options. Addison. I think I have Tet ahead of Golden. No, I have Golden. I'm gonna go Addison, Golden. So if Evans is out, I would play Addison and Golden. If Evans plays, I'll just play Addison.
There you go. Alan Wendling needs 2 receivers in the flex between Pickens, Adams, Evans, BTJ, and Mason. Not Mason.
Yeah, it's the first 3 for me, and if Evans doesn't play, then it's BTJ.
Yep. And thank you for the reminder. Anybody watching now, if you haven't given the thumbs up today, don't forget the like button. And if that subscribe button doesn't already say subscribed, just take a second, punch that in. It helps us. All right, Doug Fenton. Woody or Bam?
Give me Woody. Give me Woody. I don't want Bam Knight.
It's not the Cardinals running back. And look, maybe he falls into the end zone from the 1-yard line for a 3rd straight week. Go for it. But so this is a sneaky good spot for Woody Marks. Mentioned that on I think on the waiver wire video. So Not going crazy for Woody, but I'll definitely take him over Bam. All right, we got to do Ban's dog, obviously. Need to flex in half. Etienne or Golden?
I'm going Etienne here, especially in half PPR. I think that, I mean, I don't know if I can say it hurts Golden because he's not like a PPR monster, but it hurts him a little bit. I like Etienne this week.
Yeah, I mean, Etienne's for a running back pretty boom bust. He's busted, what, 2 weeks in a row? I guess he's due to boom. Not how it works.
He's due to boom. He's due to boom.
He's due.
So it's not a tough matchup against the Rams.
No, it's better. He has had really tough because they just played
Chiefs and Seahawks.
Yeah, Seahawks are I think the number 2 toughest run defense in the NFL. Cleveland's number 1, Seahawks number 2. I mean, that's a tough matchup. It's better this week. All right, what about Billy Harris? Booty or just T?
I'm going just T. I liked what I saw last week with Flacco. He still gives you that potential to score a touchdown. I'm going T.
Agree, just T. Jose Orta in week 3 traded Rome, Ricky Pearsall, Chase Brown for Jacobs in London.
All right, that's looking pretty good.
It's pretty good. This week, traded Dowdle and DK for Genty. Just Genty?
Nice.
I mean, that's good too, right?
Yep.
So now here's the roster. What are we looking like?
I mean, you're finding a quarterback. What's that?
You got Jacobs, Bijan, and Genty.
Stacked at running back. But I mean, you got JSN London, BTJ Diggs. You're fine. I mean, I don't know if we're setting your lineup. If it's 2-2-1, I'll go Jacobs, Bijan, JSN London, and I think I'm gonna flex Genty. I mean, you just traded for Genty, right? You got to play.
Yeah, it's this is a good squad. I mean, the only weak link here is probably Knicks, who you don't need. Just start May from now on. Drop Knicks, get one of your handcuff running backs again, and you're good. Smart trades, Jose. See, these are good trades because it's kind of like what you're saying, right? You get those 2 for 1, those 3 for 2, and it's like it's even, right? These are fair. Like you didn't fleece anybody, somebody didn't do like something stupid, but you just made your team better twice by doing these. So I think this is smart. Back to Booty for no reason whatsoever. Juice is calling it and wants you to know it's Booty week.
I got bad news for you, Juice. It was last week.
Yeah, it definitely was. I wonder, he must be, because he's a Saints fan, he must be an LSU fan too, I'm guessing.
Probably.
Cali Kid. 2 receivers, 2 running backs in the flex. Jacobs, Chase Brown, Bill, Etienne, Judkins, White, Jason, Lamb, Rice, Myers.
All right, I'm going to go Jacobs, Bill. Oh, no, I'm going to go Jacobs, Judkins at running back. I'm going to go JSN Lamb at wide receiver. If Lamb doesn't play, I'll go JSN Rice at wide receiver. If Lamb plays, I'll flex Rice. If Lamb doesn't play, I'll flex Bill.
All right, there you go. All good options. Whose house? Well, it looks like it's either Aaron Rodgers or Michael Penix.
Just give me Aaron Rodgers.
Atlanta. Who's Atlanta get this week? I don't know why I can't remember.
Atlanta gets the 49ers on the road. Which
is a lot less scary now that they lost their 2 best defenders. So it's not bad, but yeah, what's not great upside in that matchup? I guess go Rodgers. All right, and then actually back to Cali Kid here. Traded Henry for Judkins and Etienne. I think that's okay.
Derrick Henry? I assume Derrick Henry? Yeah, I think it's okay. Like, you got Judkins, you got Etienne. It's not like you know, I think it's fair. Probably would prefer to get the one player in these type of deals, like Henry. but it's fine. You got 2 good running backs.
Yeah, if anything, this should help your depth at running back. I mean, we like Judkins a lot, so I think it's fine. Raul Castellanos having trouble deciding whether to start Patriots or the Broncos.
Patriots. I think you got to go. Well, Patriots get Titans. I mean, how do you not start a defense against the Titans? At least with the Giants, like Jackson Dart runs, right? Like Cam Ward against the Patriots. Like, do we think Mike McCoy is coming in to turn things around? I don't think so. I think you got to go Patriots.
Well, I've got to think. Again, if you heard about the situation, the Titans will be less of a dumpster fire because apparently it was one of these things where he basically had no idea what he was doing. Callahan, that is the coach. No,
I mean, I heard that. I had trouble. I mean, look, this guy was the offensive coordinator for the Bengals, like, and they had a good offense. Like, I don't think Brian Callahan didn't know what he was doing.
Well, I don't know. It wasn't, whatever he was doing wasn't working. It doesn't mean, no, I don't think they're going to be significantly better. But one thing with Cam Ward, right? The numbers haven't been great, but also because he's not just out there, throwing it deep every time he gets a chance and slinging. He's not turning the ball over and over again. He's not throwing a ton of interceptions. He's taking sacks because the offensive line is horrible. The Broncos, I believe, lead the NFL by far in sacks. So I'll say what I always say. This depends on your scoring. If sacks are important, most important, go Broncos. You want a chance, as far as points against, go Patriots. Cody. Someone dropped Chuba Hubbard for Kamani Vidal, so I grabbed him. That's fine.
Yep, fine.
Why not? Seems like some people are having some technical issues at the beginning of the stream. Hopefully it's all good now. Chris KD. 2-4, need to win. 4 people in my team, 10-team league are 2-4, still got a chance. There, you always have a chance. It's still plenty of season left. We need quarterback, 2 running back, 2 receivers, tight end, and 2 flexes here. JD or Fields?
JD. Definitely JD.
I guess JD.
What about running back? I'm gonna go Gibbs, Rico. Let me find out about Rico here because I don't necessarily love Kamara or Vidal this week. Gonna go London Rice at wide receiver. Terry would be my, and then you need 2 flexes. Well, we know London and Rice are playing, so we're good there. So I would rate the flexes. Terry. I would rate him Terry, QJ, AJB. That should get you 2.
Okay. You just trying to assess this team overall. Like you're 2-4. I mean, of course, AJB has been disappointing, but you got Rice back. You got good players. Would like a more steady RB instead of Kamara, my RB2 in a 10-teamer. This is the time. Flip Rico. See if you can flip Rico. All right, next is Cody. Cody Wayner. Spears or Algier?
I mean, to start or to stash?
I don't know.
Actually, but I think my answer is Spears either way. I mean, obviously, if something happens to Bijan, which would be horrible, then maybe you prefer Algier. But I think there's a better chance that like Pollard gets traded. But also Spears is actually involved. Like I know Algier had that touchdown, but that was like, what do you have? Like 3 touches, 4 touches? One just happened to be a 25-yard touchdown. Like he's hardly gets the ball.
Right.
So I think Spears either way.
Yeah, and then it says 2. Like I'm hoping we don't need 2 of these guys. I think we might. Between 2 of Tucker, Bourne, Jennings, Wandale.
I'm gonna just say Wandale and Bourne.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Wandale gets you a floor, and just probably not going to risk it with Jennings, even if he's good to go.
Nah.
Dead to me. Irwin, 12-teamer. Got Dak, A-Chain, Kyron, Chase, Adams, Kraft, and Scatterboo. And then there's the bench. Any changes here or trade recommendations?
I don't think I'm changing anything with your lineup. Trade. I mean, we could probably trade a tight end. I mean, you could drop Njoku. I don't think you need Kraft, Taylor, and Njoku on the same team. You could drop Njoku.
Can drop Mooney at this point.
Yeah, I don't mind selling high on Scatterboo. Like, people are losing their mind for Cam's. I thought I was high on Cam Scatterboo. Like, I mean, this guy's being ranked similarly to like Javonte Williams, Derrick Henry right now. Like, what are we doing?
I'm telling you, more than ever, it's like all that exists is now, right? The here and the now. Last week, everything before that, just like amnesia.
Like, if I can trade Cam Scatterboo and get guys like Garrett Wilson, Rashee Rice, Emeka Egbuka, Romo Dunze, like, what are we doing? Like, really? This is where we're at after the guy has 3 touchdowns?
Yep. He's another one of those guys that is going to get more because he's like fun to watch, right? He's like, well, everyone loves him because he rams his head into walls and he celebrates. So like, there's that element. People just like him more, and that's fine. Like he's great. I mean, we like him too, but I like fantasy points more. I'd rather give me the guy who's boring and scores me more points. So, yeah. You can drop, like I said, one of those tight ends, and then you can drop Mooney. You can probably, if there's somebody good on waivers, you can drop him. You can definitely drop Fields, I think. You can drop Iron Manor. You don't really have to hold a lot of those players if there's somebody good. Nicholas Humphrey. 2 running backs, 2 receivers in the flex. Got Gibbs, Judkins, Javonte, Rico, Mason, Rashad White, Pickens, Sutton, Addison, McMillan, Myers, Waddle, Vidal, and Gainwell.
Downs? Wait, is he saying Downs, McLaurin, and Evans and Dobbs are on waivers?
McLaurin and Evans are out on waivers. Okay. Go right now. Run. Don't walk. Run to the waiver wire.
Yeah, I can drop Vidal and Jacoby Myers for McLaurin and Evans.
Man.
Like right now. Like, Nicholas, go do it right now.
Yeah.
Drop Jacoby Myers and Kamani Vidal and pick up Terry McLaurin and Mike Evans, please. You're going to start Gibbs and Judkins. You're going to start, probably just going to start Pickens and Sutton. And I'll probably just flex Javonte. Even with Terry and Evans.
Yeah.
You don't even need to risk it with those guys coming back from injury.
There you go. Yeah, do it now. Pay up if you need to. We got Spearsy here with some predictions, some bold predictions. Okay.
All right.
Love those. Mario Davis to the Niners. Maybe. What do you think about it? What would you think about that? Olave hasn't been rumored. Rashid Shaheed has been, but who knows? Olave to the Seahawks.
Why?
They don't really have. They got Torrey Horton starting the outside. Maybe they're like, we're a contender.
That's true. Like, I guess the NFL teams don't think about our fantasy teams. They're like, you can never have too many good receivers.
They don't. They don't have much depth at receiver either. Taysom to the Chiefs. There's no way that's happening. New Orleans will never give up Taysom.
Not only that, I don't think the Chiefs want Taysom.
I don't know. Probably not. All right, let's do Dominic Divas. Was dropped a super chat earlier. Have George Pickens, Devontae Adams, BTJ, and Ladd. Definitely starting Adams and Pickens. So Ladd or BTJ?
I'm gonna go BTJ.
Yeah, it's like Ladd coming off that big game. BTJ also coming off a big game. They were pretty close. So based on matchup, I think I'll lean BTJ. All right, Edgar Padilla. Here's his. Would you trade London for Achan? Did we have this yesterday or something similar?
Yeah, I mean this feels very fair. It really comes down to like what you need. So let's see. You got CMC, Kyron Tootin, Harvey. You got London, Odunze, Adam Diggs. No, I'm not doing this because now you're going to have Odunze, Adam Diggs as your wide receivers, but you're going to have CMC, Kyron, Achan. You don't really need Achan. This team needs London more than it needs Achan.
Well, actually, I just noticed it says standard. So in standard, it
Oh,
does give the edge to Achan, but then you have
well,
to
if it's non PPR, then yes, give me Achan.
Yeah, I just noticed. So yeah, that might be worth it. Field or Dart rest of season.
I if I have to choose, I guess I gotta choose Dart. Sadly.
Well, we know Dart's not getting benched. Like no matter what, he's not getting benched. Fields might get benched.
Yeah,
Harvey,
he might.
Yeah, Harvey for Pacheco. Yeah, I'm not trading for Pacheco.
I put Pacheco on the buy low. I like Pacheco as a buy low, but he's a free buy low.
I can't. I just been how many times with the Chiefs running backs? Like, come on, no, I'm done.
I didn't put him on the buy low saying like this guy's gonna win your league. I said I think he's starting to carve out a bigger role. But I put him on there as like a free buy low, right? Like a free, like he's down at the bottom where it's like you can give up almost anything.
I already regret even putting Brashard Smith as a possible stash because we fell for that too. Like Andy Reid even said in person, he was like, "Yeah, we're gonna get him more involved this week." He lied. He lied because then he got like one touch. Yep. Done with the Chiefs running backs. Done. Dead to me. All right. Juice got a question. 10-teamer. He's 5-1. Just to make sure everybody knows. Danny Dimes, Kyron Judkins, Sun God Waddle, Mason Taylor, Rico, Suave, and then the bench. You got Genty on the bench. I mean, Kittle, of course, if he plays.
Yeah, I know Rico's been awesome, but with Chuba coming back, I can't put Rico in over Genty this week. I got to go Genty over Rico.
Yeah, even again, it's not a great matchup. He's getting the touches. I mean, no offense to Rico, but Genty, a little bit better. All right, Cali Kid now with 2 receivers, 2 running backs, and a flex. JSN, Diggs, Jennings, London, Judkins, White, Etienne, Kamara, Swift, Warren.
All right, wide receivers are going to be JSN and London. Running backs are going to be Judkins and White. Do I flex Diggs or Etienne? Let's see. I have Diggs just barely higher than Etienne. Is it PPR? Yeah, I go Diggs. I go Diggs over Etienne this week.
Yeah, he's not 100% dead to me, but Jennings is getting there. He's pretty close.
Yeah, he's pretty close.
Admiral Habibi, welcome back. Got Stroud in there, Mason Monty, London Rice, Goddard, AJB. And then on the bench, Bowers, Gainwell, Henderson, Hubbard, Kamara, Bam, and Terry. Once an RB1, is that possible? What could you trade?
Well, I mean, what do you consider an RB1? Like, are we talking, like Jacobs, HN, those guys? Or are we talking like, guys who could be RB1s, like Javante? I guess you kind of like, Judkins, Brees Hall, like guys like that. Like, what are we talking here when we're talking about I want an RB1? Because it's going to make a big difference, right? Like, because you want one of those studs. I mean, you're probably going to have to give up London. Yeah. Because I don't really see, maybe, but look, you held Rice for 6 weeks, and now you're just going to package Rice with, I don't even know who. Kamara somehow still has trade value. I don't know how. Name recognition, I guess.
I would try. I'd try to trade Kamara, and well, it depends on the other team. Look, how about okay, so To be honest, I don't think this team has the depth to give up like its best players just to get an
No.
RB1. So, okay. So you're going to probably have to go for lower end RB1, like who still isn't crazy high in value. Like you could try to buy low Derrick Henry. People are still selling low Derrick Henry. Try to get a Genty, maybe Kamara plus Monty. Maybe the team was like, oh, I'll take the 2 running backs.
I was thinking more like Kamara, AJ Brown.
Could do it. Kamara, AJ Brown.
I mean, you could try Kamara, Monty, but Monty hasn't been great. I don't know if that will do it, but
try first. And you might you could suffer the loss of an AJ Brown. Not that it's a huge loss right now because you got McLaurin coming back at least, All right, Elmer Sanchez, 14-man full PPR, Purdy, Darnold. I mean, don't love either one this week, but I guess you just have to go with Darnold. What you think?
Yeah, gotta go with Darnold.
Okay, receiver. We need 2, 2, and 1.
Well, I'll rank them CD, QJT. So obviously based on who plays there. If CD plays, go CD and QJ. I mean, hopefully QJ plays. Running back, JT and Scattaboo. Well, hopefully CD plays so you can flex T Higgins. If CD doesn't play and you have to play Higgins QJ, I guess is Jacoby Myers even going to play? Like, am I going to flex Tez Johnson, Hassan Haskins? I mean, it's either Myers or Kenneth Walker, I guess, depending on if Jacoby plays. He didn't practice today, but it's still early. It's only Wednesday.
Right. It is only Wednesday, and it's a 14-man league. I might scour the waiver wire. I don't know. Realistically, there probably aren't better quarterbacks you could stream, but I would check at least. I'm worried about Darnold this week. Just real quick, Silver Wolf dropping in to say has been sub for 3 years. Nice.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Been plagued with injuries, but do not give up. That's right. Do not give up hope, even though, as we always used to say, hope itself is not a winning strategy. But it doesn't mean you don't want to have hope.
Right.
You want to do more than just hope. You actually need to do something about it. But obviously, you've been sub for 3 years, and you have been. All right. And then we have a new member. It's Alicia. Thank you, Alicia. And don't see a question here, but if I do see one, then I'll put it up. Okay, let's keep going with. This is Dominic again. I don't think this is different. Let me see. 5 and 1. Got Pickens, Adams, BTJ, and Ladd. Yeah, I think we already did this one, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Looks like the same thing.
Said BTJ.
Yeah. All right. And by the way, we're for now sticking to super chats just because we want to make sure we get caught up. We don't want to leave people hanging too long. And then as soon as we get all the super chats done, we'll start answering some of the other questions, regular comments. But again, if you want to guarantee that you get your question answered, put it up on the screen. That's the way to do it. It's the super chat feature. Like this one, the next up. Who should I trade? Rome and add for one a top tier receiver or running back. Rome plus. Is that what it is?
I guess. I mean, is Rome not a top tier wide receiver? Like, I mean, who are you? Like, you're looking for like a CeeDee Lamb, a JSN. I mean, you're gonna like if you're gonna go for these guys, right? Like a Jefferson, you're gonna have to give up a lot. So I don't know who else you have to offer, but like you're probably not going to get JSN. Like you're not going to give up Rome and like DeAndre Swift and get JSN. Like you're gonna have these guys have been carrying fantasy teams. So I don't know if you want to drop the rest of your roster. You don't have to super chat, but it would help.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it really depends. But like you said, I mean, no, he's not Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb yet, but he's kind of like low-end wide receiver 1 so far. All right, let's do Bill. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate you. 12-team roster has got Dak, Bijan, Jacobs, Bucky, Marks, Scadaboo. That's nice. And they got Ted, Sutton, QJ, Devonta Smith, Myers. Tight end, got Juwan Johnson and Njoku. All right. Would you rather trade Scadaboo for Rashee Rice or trade Jacobs or Bucky and Ted for CD and Tyler Warren?
I think I'd rather do. I mean, Scadaboo for Rice sounds really good, but I think I'd rather do Jacobs and Tet for CD and Tyler. I mean, or Bucky. I mean, Bucky and Tet would be even better. I mean, you can't. I know we say tight end doesn't matter, but I mean, what if Njoku's out? You can't start Juwan Johnson.
It's a 12-teamer. At this point, probably whatever streaming tight end you can find with the waiver wire is going to be better than Juwan Johnson.
So. Yeah, but I like that CD and Tyler Warren deal because you do need wide receiver help. When you got Tet, Sutton, QJ, Smith, Myers, like your wide receivers are good, but you don't have that true alpha wide receiver one. CD gives you that. And you would still have Bijan, Bucky, and Scadaboo, or Bijan, Jacobs, and Scadaboo. Like, you'd still be fine at running back. Like, give me the CD Tyler Warren trade.
I like the first one. I like Scadaboo for Rice. That feels like a win, like a clear win, and you upgrade a receiver. I would say this. I think to me, I feel like there's a gap, a pretty good gap between Jacobs and Bucky. Like, if it's Jacobs and Tet for CD Warren, that's fair. But Bucky and Tet for CD and Warren, I feel like that's a win. You know what I mean? I feel like there's a difference. So I'd rather not trade Jacobs, I guess is what I'm saying. But if you can do Bucky and Ted, I would definitely try that first. Never Ender needs 3 of Pickens, London, Waddle, Rice, White.
I'm gonna go Pickens, London, Rice.
Yep, Pickens, London, Rice. It is. I mean, I like Waddle a lot this week, but I just can't put him over those 3. KJ Sticks, trade Chase Brown for Bill.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep, definitely. So I'm looking back, and we're behind on the chat. Apparently, YouTube was bugging out. I don't know if it still is. People are saying like they couldn't see, or they couldn't, like, it was getting black screens, but they could see the chat. It's weird. Hopefully,
I don't know.
Hopefully, it's working now.
Let me look.
Well, we're just going to keep going, even if we're talking to ourselves. Cameron Tay.
I hope not.
Yeah, hopefully not. Still getting comments. As a Cardinals fan, condolences. Harrison and Diggs for Hampton. Is that what it is? Harrison and Diggs receiving Hampton.
No, I'm on the stream right now, and I see us talking about this exact question right now. So I don't know. Maybe it was messing up earlier, but it seems to be okay right now.
Yeah, it was like almost an hour ago. So who knows?
Maybe it was having issues earlier. Sending Harrison and Diggs to get Hampton. I don't know. Like, we don't even know how long Hampton's going to be out for. Right? They're saying it's probably going to be longer than just the 4 weeks. I don't know if this is a trade I want to make right now. Like, do I want Hampton just sitting on my bench for like 5 more weeks, 6 more weeks?
Right. This, like, before Hampton was hurt, it'd be like, all right. Yeah, I mean, you need running back. It's good, but it's tough to trade for a guy who is still multiple weeks away. So hopefully it pays off when he comes back. He's not out too long. Just put it that way. Guess who's back? It's been a while. Philip, he who enjoys Paul Skeens. He's back.
What's up?
Derrick Henry or Tet. He's asking rest of season.
I think I still got to go Derrick Henry here.
Yeah. Good Derrick Henry. And Juice is back. 10-teamer, 3-3. Jaden Waddle, QJ, I think Javante and Swift, Ertz, Diggs. Puka on the bench. Bourne on the bench. I mean, goes without saying if Puka plays, but
yeah. I think what you have right now is fine. I could maybe put Bourne in over Swift. Although, look, the Bears do get the Saints. He gets another good matchup this week. Bourne, Swift, close, depending on if Pearsall plays or not. But, I mean, maybe just roll Swift against the Saints again.
Yeah, it's good. Check. We have ASAP Wolf. Needs help with setting up 2 receivers and a flex. Keenan, Golden, Vidal, Kamara, Pollard, Booty, Higgins, Devonta Smith. And then wants to know about some trade ideas.
Wide receivers are going to be, I think I'm going Higgins, Golden. Yeah, Higgins, Golden. Flex, I think will be Vidal. Yeah, I got Vidal over Keenan. So I'm going to go, oh wait, Devonta Smith? I missed Devonta Smith. Hold on. Nope, I actually still have those guys higher. I mean, look, Devonta Smith is one of those guys that, like, he could give you a huge game or he could do nothing. So I think I'm still just going to go Golden, Higgins, Vidal here. Any trade ideas? I mean, I guess it's a good sell high on Vidal, but I mean, how high is Vidal's value really?
Yeah,
not very.
I mean, you can try. Some people will do that. They'll trade for a guy who just went off and was plucked off waiver wire. He dropped the rest of his team there. Says he has Genty, Jacobs, Goff, Josh Allen, Mason Taylor. I mean, yeah, I'd just say you could use better receivers. If you can flip Kamara for a good receiver or try a 2-for-1, Kamara plus Golden, plus Vidal. Maybe coming off a good week, Kamara plus Booty, who knows, something like that. And then Anthony, what's up, Anthony? Another rest of season question. Bo Nix or these guys?
Nah, just give me Bo Nix. I'm not. I mean, you say Bo Nix has been disappointing, but imagine if you had drafted Dylan Gabriel where you drafted Bo Nix, or Michael Penix where you drafted Bo Nix, or Rattler or Bryce Young where you drafted Bo Nix. They'd be even more disappointing.
Right.
It's only because you drafted Bo Nix in like round 7 or round 8 that he's been disappointing. So, like the expectations, he's still been better than these guys, and he will be better than these guys.
Right. Disappointing because things were actually expected out of him.
Exactly.
No. Anyways, feelings for Jacoby. Well, it's hard to say. I mean, I don't know. Do you think he's actually gonna do anything?
Jacoby Brissett? Nah.
I mean, he threw for 324 last week. Come on. I'm not counting on. Well, especially this week. Get the Packers. Like, no.
Yeah.
Flexing Hollywood or Shepard?
I think it's tough with Hollywood because he's coming off that big game, which A means he's probably going to do nothing this week, but B also Rashee Rice is back.
Right.
I think I'm just going to go Shepard here.
The tricky thing is we don't know about Mike Evans yet, so. And then we randomly got Johnson and Johnson out there. It's like, probably just throw Hollywood in there and hope he scores a touchdown. Juice wants to know, okay, Dowdle or Swift?
I think I still got to go Dowdle and find out.
We're all. Well, I don't really get that feeling necessarily. He's like, got that feeling that the Chuba thing is going to basically, kill Dowdle's value. But again, I think you said it at the beginning. It might be this week that it's like Dowdle 1A, Chuba 1B, at least for the time being. I don't know. Dowdle is still startable. All right, John Wickering. Traded Scadaboo for Diggs and Pollard, and then somehow found Zay Flowers on waivers. What the?
Jeez. All right.
Well, that doesn't happen in the leagues I'm in, but I'm glad it happened in your league. What do we think about that trade?
I think it's okay. I think it feels pretty fair. We'll see about Pollard. I think that's going to be the determining factor here is how's Pollard's rest of season value.
I think this is okay if Scadaboo is like your number 3 running back, and then Pollard is just depth here because you didn't start Scadaboo necessarily, and Diggs is a starter for you. Maybe he's your 3rd receiver flex type player. Then it's okay. I mean, you just got to say Flowers for free, so I think you're fine. Mike Altaway wants to know if Lamb doesn't play, which is possible, BTJ or Tet.
BTJ.
Yeah. All right. John Torres needs RB help. Okay. So realistically, now it's kind of hard to, we don't know the depth of this league. I guess we'll assume 12-team PPR, but Pollard and Higgins.
What are you really getting for these guys? You need, what do you say? You need running back help. Pollard, Higgins, maybe take a chance on Walker. Maybe you could get Jordan Mason. Is that even an upgrade?
I know, is that helping your team significantly? Look, this is a team. I know people are selling low on Derrick Henry. You should not be able to get Henry for this package right now, and you're probably not getting a huge upgrade. Look, Higgins did something last week. The Steelers defense hasn't been good. Maybe he does something. Maybe you just wait and see if Higgins has another good game, if his value goes up. Maybe the Titans offense just suddenly looks amazing with a new coach. Probably not. Jason Prill. It's 5-1. Very nice. Traded Rico and Ted for Bucky and Pearsall.
Yeah, I think you got to do this.
Yeah.
Or you did do it? Yeah, I think that's a good move. You're 5-1. You can wait for Bucky to get healthy. Yeah, good move.
And even better, he already has
Rashad White, so that makes it even easier.
Okay, well, I'm guessing is this a different league? Because he's saying I traded Rico and Ted. Now he's asking, would you trade Rico and BTJ for Gibbs or JSN?
Yeah, I would trade Rico and BTJ for either.
Yeah.
For either.
I would definitely do that. That's a sell high for Rico. I would take either one. Exactly. It just depends on what position you prefer. All right, Alex B. Flex JMO or Chase Brown?
Oh gosh. Really? I'll just take a chance on Jamison Williams here, I guess. Although he just had a big game, so he's probably going to do nothing.
At least JMO finally did something. Yeah, I would just take a chance on JMO again. Brian Dunsell. Tet might get the sauce treatment, or Terry if he plays.
If Terry plays, I'll play Terry.
Yeah. It's too good of a matchup. Figure he'll be involved. So, yeah, hopefully Terry plays. Santana Torres just made a trade for Hurts. So now got Hurts, HN, Judkins, Chase, Rice, Warren, AJB on the bench, Marv, Rico, Henderson, Fannin. Should I trade for Jacobs? Sure.
Yes, you should definitely trade for Jacobs, but what are you going to give up? I guess if you could do Judkins, AJ Brown, something like that.
Would be nice if you could flip Marv, but I doubt you can right now, considering protocol. Rico, of course, I would love to say, but be realistic. It'd have to be Rico plus Rice or something.
At least
Yeah. Sure, if you can do it without giving up too much. It's a 10-man league. Yeah. I mean, you could try. You're definitely not getting him low. That's the thing. Ah, here we go. You're gonna like this one. It's a dynasty trade. Adam Leslie. Being offered, someone's being generous enough to offer Isaiah Davis and a second for Nick Chubb.
Yeah, just take it. Just take it.
Let's take it because you get a pick.
Exactly. Like, what are you going to do with Nick Chubb long term in Dynasty?
Exactly. Sure. This is the time. Stockpile those picks. You know, just real quick, say for a dynasty, if you're non-contender, you don't have to have a fire sale, right? Of every single veteran player you have, right?
Right.
If there is somebody that's not worth much, like a Nick Chubb, absolutely. But you know what? You don't have to trade all your players away because then you wind up with a worse team next year because like all you got is picks. You know what I mean? I think some people just take it to the extreme. Okay. Let's do the next super chat is Christian Diaz, 1984. What's up? Looking to get Golden or Flowers. Okay. Have JMO and Devonta Smith as baits. What do you think?
I mean, I think you could probably, I think you could definitely get Golden probably for either of these guys, honestly. And I think you could get Zay Flowers for Devonta Smith, maybe.
I mean, obviously Flowers is a buy low. Someone just dropped him in one league and everyone's just out on Baltimore because they're so bad. Yeah, great time to try to get Flowers. Yeah, you should be able to do this. JMO still has some name value, right? He's been bad, but I think some people are still higher on him than we are. All right, Burnsters 2 traded Kittle for Pickens. That's fine, right? Solid.
Yeah, I think I still have to prefer Pickens to Kittle. Yes.
It's getting CD coming back is not going to kill Pickens' value. It's not going to help it necessarily, but he still should be a really good receiver. Higgins or Jennings? I guess who are you out on?
I'm just going Higgins. I mean, Jennings is not even close. I mean, 5 broken ribs. Like, he's not even close to 100%. Just go Higgins.
I think it's fair to ask because you remember Jennings was throwing a fit in the preseason and held out, and he wants a new contract, and they didn't give it to him. And now the coach, he's arguing with the coach on the sideline, and he's like, I can't play. I got broken ribs. Is he a guy who gets traded?
Maybe.
They traded Debo, right? Why wouldn't they trade Jennings? He hasn't been even as good as Debo had that monster year at least. Debo earned his contract that he got. Like Jennings is complaining he wants a new contract. He hadn't barely done anything in the league. You know what I mean? Like I get why they didn't pay him.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Now the question is, would he get traded to a better situation? The answer is probably no.
Right.
All right, Jack's World. Thank you, Jack. Looking for your questions. Once I see it, we'll put it up. Don't see it yet. Oh, now I see it. So here's the starting lineup. Mayfield, Scatterboo, Dowdle, Evans, Wandale, Ferg, Gibbs. On the bench is Mason and Irving. Not much to pick up. Pacheco and Sharps are available. Probably keep what you have.
Yeah, Dowdle, Evans. Yeah. I'm still going to go Rico over Mason this week, especially with the Eagles' defensive line looking like it's getting healthier.
Yeah, neither of those guys are too inspiring. I mean, you just need a touchdown. Rico can definitely score a touchdown. It's probably going to get more touches. So, no, not worth it. AD. 10-man standard league. Got Herbert, Bam, Charbonnet, Jamar Chase, Drake London, Keenan, Devonta Smith, Ferguson, Hampton, Haskins, Hubbard, Kendry Miller, Jacoby Myers, Kincaid, and some players on IR. Lost all my running backs due to injury.
It's weird because we haven't really had a ton of running back injuries.
Yeah, Jones, Benson, Hampton, Hubbard. Just bad luck.
Yep. Are we doing it? What are we doing here? Any suggestions? Well, it's standard. So I mean, look. If I know Jamar Chase even in standard scoring is really good. But if I can trade Jamar Chase, like maybe I can get can I trade Jamar Chase and get like a Kyron and a Derrick Henry? I don't know. I don't know if I can. Maybe that's too much. Or like a Genty and a Judkins. Like get two good running backs. I might do it. I mean, it's non-PPR. Like,
yeah,
I
know
can't
what you're
really
saying.
roll with these running backs in non-PPR.
Obviously, depending on the team you're partnering with, right? They would have to have two good running backs that they're willing to give up. But if you throw Jamar Chase out there, it could work. But it just has to be the right match. Yeah, I think that's smart. I think that's you just hate to trade out of need or desperation, but man, it's standard. You can't be rolling out Charbonnet and Bam Knight every week. It's like you can't. And Hampton's still weeks away. And so is Benson, at least a couple weeks. So yeah, I think you might have to do that. All right. Speaking of Jamar Chase, Rail, someone offered CD for Chase. So who do you prefer?
I mean, I think I still have to prefer CD. I know like Chase has had two big games in a row, but he's still stuck with Joe Flacco. Like CD's coming into that Cowboys offense where Dak just looks fantastic right now. Like, I mean, look, it might not be a big difference when it's all said and done, but if I have to pick, I'm picking CD.
They're both studs. I mean, look, Dak Prescott and Joe Flacco. It matters. Yeah. I think you got to take this year right now, the rest of the season. Now he's back. You got to go CD. All right. I cannot resist. Here we go. Thank you for showing the fandom because it's all about the U. That's right. Go Canes. And Blue, too. Blue, got the U in your name. Blue's always doing work in the chat, by the way. Shout out to Blue. All right. Chris KD. Trade Rico and Adams for Ibuka. What do you think about that?
This one's interesting.
Well, it's interesting.
Well, go ahead.
Well, it's interesting because Ibuka is going to be out a couple weeks, right? But okay, Adams gets this week, but then the Rams are on bye. So, like, it's not a big difference. Like, oh, you're not going to have Ibuka. It's really maybe one game, right?
Well, you know how this, like, it's a hamstring. I feel like these things usually take 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks. I know that they always say, like, oh, we don't think it's that bad. Like, Evans is coming back week 4. If he returns this week, right, that'll be week 4. So I think Ibuka probably, misses at least the next 3 weeks. I don't know, of course. I'm not a doctor. I haven't seen his hamstring. I don't know how bad it is. But, like, I just feel like with hamstrings, it almost always feels like 3 to 4 weeks for me, like, from what it seems. So, but I think the real thing here is, like, I think there's a couple things that make this tough. For Adams' side, it's like, what if Puka's back after the bye? right? So you get this week without Puka, then the bye week, and then what if Puka's back? Okay, like Adams will still be good, but how good, right? But now the thing with Ibuka is like, well,
Mike Evans.
Evans will be healthy by the time he comes back. And you know what I mean? So what Ibuka are we gonna see when we get back? So I mean, I probably feel like you should take Ibuka here, but I don't feel as strongly about it as I would have if Ibuka was healthy. You know, if Ibuka was still healthy.
Yeah. And Adams, I saw some stats today that kind of confirmed what I thought. And I don't remember the exact number, but I remember the chart. This is the day when everyone drops all those charts, with
Yeah.
with the line graph. Devontae Adams has got an insane target share, and he's got a ton of uncatchable targets. And I saw it firsthand. I remember watching because I remember I texted you right afterwards. He was wide open in the end zone, like nobody around him, and Stafford like sailed it. Okay, and then they went to him again in the end zone, and he missed him to the left. Like he should have had a touchdown back to back, and Stafford was like not even close. And there's a ton of targets that has not been caught. I mean, Adams should be smashing. This is probably just a thing where it's like new receiver, right? Old quarterback. They're just not gelling yet. I think I prefer Adams to Ibuka rest of season with once Evans is back. I think I can do Rico and Adams to get a stud receiver, but I don't think Ibuka is the one I would go after. I think it might be like I don't know, Dunze, maybe higher, a little higher. I mean, you're not going to get Chase or CD or Jefferson. You're probably not going to get Jason, but maybe right below that, or you're not going to get Puka either. But
no,
the next tier. Okay, let's move on to Jordan Dumas. Got Josh Allen, Sun God, Rice, Javante, Mondre, Fan, and AJB. Got Mondre in the starting lineup. That's some loyalty. Travion, Dak, Benson, Aaron Jones. Okay, now I see why. Just traded BTJ and Rico for Rome. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, it's a good one. Although you really kind of need to trade for a running back.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, okay. You know what you could do? You don't need. I mean, you have Javante. At least you have a good running back. I don't even know. You really don't like. You don't really have anybody you can trade on your bench. Is it worth trading AJB for a running back straight up who's like an Etienne and Brees Hall type?
I mean, I don't know about Etienne
or you could buy low on Bucky.
Yeah, he may buy low on Bucky. I mean, I wonder if AJB would get you Derrick Henry right now, honestly.
I would definitely do that.
Very low on Derrick Henry right now.
Yeah, well, try it. Try Jordan, see what you can do. I mean, that's a good trade. The one you did, like that trade, but yeah, you do need some running back help for sure. Adventure. Okay, was offered Ibuka for a running back. Do I even want to? Well, let's see. Bill, Scat, K9, Pollard.
I mean, I would trade any of those running backs for Ibuka.
Yeah.
Any of them.
Like, he doesn't care. He's just like, give me a running back. I'm in desperate need, and I'll give you Ibuka. Help him out.
Yep.
Citrus Blade. Well, okay, let me just go back to this. If he honestly doesn't care which running back he gets, give him Pollard, right?
Yeah, sure. If he doesn't care, give him Pollard. I mean, but I'm guessing he probably cares a little bit about which running back.
But you never he's know. like that desperate, he's like, I don't care. Okay, Pollard first choice, who would be second choice to send? K9?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Just want to clarify. Citrus Blade. Pick 3. This is half PPR, so 1 sits.
I think Walker has to sit, sadly. I mean, Kamara's a borderline sit too, but they do have a good matchup this week against the Bears. Walker, what's going on in Seattle? I think he's got to sit.
Yeah, very depressing. Kenneth Walker just not being used. Eli Kibrick in half, Hunter Henry or Mason Taylor?
You got to go Mason Taylor this week. It's a good matchup for Mason Taylor. Very good. And look, if Garrett Wilson's out, even better.
Yeah, this week I can definitely go Mason Taylor here. All right, Cody, thinking about flipping Saquon or Jahmyr Gibbs.
I don't know if this is. I think I just prefer Jahmyr Gibbs at this point. Like, you got to feel better about that Lions offense. So it's not like it's fine. It's not. I don't think it's like a huge win or anything. I don't think like Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be miles better than Saquon Barkley. But I think if I had to choose, I would choose Jahmyr Gibbs.
I mean, this should be at best like Spider-Man meme, or maybe even just. I mean, it should be Saquon, but look, I'm buying low on Saquon, but I'm also not considering Gibbs low. I think I agree. I'm gonna take Gibbs. Admiral Habibi, who just got the membership, thank you, Admiral. Is 2-4 member in my league, has a lot of players. Monty and Kamara or Williams?
I assume for Javonte. I mean, look, if somebody's going to give you Javonte for Monty and Kamara, taking a run, but that doesn't seem like enough.
Well, yeah, and try for a QB better than CJ. Well, yeah, you don't want to be rolling.
Yeah, you definitely want a QB better than CJ Stroud. Not sure who's on the waiver wire.
Yeah, that's not too hard to find.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't think you want to trade for one of these quarterbacks.
No. I don't know who else you have. Like, I'm fine going to get Javonte. I assume you're saying you're trading Monty and Kamara for Javonte Williams, not Caleb Williams.
Yeah, I was a little worried there because then he says about QB, and I was like, I said Caleb, like, yeah, don't do it for Caleb Williams. If it's Javonte,
do it for Caleb. I mean, look, I don't think anybody's going to give you Javonte for this, but you never know. I guess.
You never know. Back to adventure. Here's the team. Here's the bench. But the question is, trade Gibbs for receiver. You got London, but then the depth is a little sketchy.
Yeah, you got Gibbs, Bill, Scadaboo, Walker, Pollard. I mean, you definitely have depth at running back, but I mean, you have a bunch of like RB2, RB3s and Gibbs.
Yeah.
And you got London, Jacoby. I mean, I guess, but if I'm gonna trade Gibbs, I gotta get like JSN, Sun God, Chase, CD, Jefferson. Like, it's gotta be one of them. It's gotta be one of maybe Puka. I don't know if Gibbs can get you Puka, but he's hurt, so maybe. But it's got to be like one of those guys, right? It's got to be one of those top tier, absolute top tier wide receivers. Otherwise, nah, I'm not doing this.
Right. Bryant Reed. Reese or Bill?
I actually have Bill higher this week. It's a good matchup for Bill this week. I got to think he's better.
Should have been a smash pot last week, right? Bears run defense, but nope, they had other ideas. But yeah, I think you have to go with Bill. That Jets offense looks very lost. DLZ dropped the super chat. Let's see what the question is. Juwan Jennings was dropped in my leagues. I want to pick him up.
Who are you dropping? Like, who are you dropping? Like, if you have somebody like Alec Iomanner, guys that just like, come on, you're never going to start these guys. Sure. Because like he could get healthy as the season goes on. But I don't think he's like a must add or anything.
Yeah. It's fine to stash him if like you said, if it doesn't cost you anything but a bench spot. Just, I guess, don't get your hopes up at this point. That's all I can say. All right. And by the way, thanks everyone for chiming in. Apparently, YouTube had some sort of a widespread outage. Like it wasn't just us for a little while, but some people were saying like it was only the first couple of minutes for them. So I guess we caught
Okay.
the tail end. So
All right. Well, that's good.
Miguel Perez, who do I put in? Evans or Diggs, and then Judkins or one of those guys.
I definitely go Evans over Diggs if he plays, and I think I gotta go Judkins. I gotta go Judkins at the flex.
Yeah, I really like Judkins. Absolutely smash. So let's hope Evans is full go. Grails only. Chase, Etienne, and Judkins. Or Scatterboo, Pickens, and Cook. Looks like he would be getting the first side.
I think I got to take the first side. I mean, I gotta prefer Chase to Pickens. Etienne Scatterboo, you could maybe convince me it's close. Cook Judkins, okay, I prefer Cook, but I think I'd do this to get Chase, honestly.
I mean, I could say Judkins, Cook, not a big difference. Cook obviously has more points, but then again, Judkins just started playing week 2, so Cook, but not a big gap over Judkins. Etienne, Scatterboo, I mean, who knows? I think they're both going to be kind of volatile. I think they're pretty much the same range. So, yeah, it's like Chase over Pickens. Get the Chase side. So, if you're getting that first side, which is, I think, what you're saying, go for it. Jack's World is back. 8-teamers, Scatterboo, Dowdle, Gibbs, Mason. Rookies to look for?
Not sure what you mean. Like rookies who haven't quite broken out yet, but could. Like I think Golden's getting close. I think Burden could be getting closer, especially if DJ Moore is actually injured. We'll see. I think there's still maybe a long-term chance for RJ Harvey. I'm not sure there's any chance for Travion Henderson, honestly. Like, I want to believe in Travion Henderson. But what is it going to take at this point? Like, for real, what is it going to like? It's gonna have to be to the point where like he is literally the last man standing, right? Like he's all they have. Like they don't have enough. Like right, that's just what it feels like.
Apparently, it's going to take a Ramondre injury where he's incapable of playing, so he can't fumble the ball.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I mean, you're listening to running backs. It's an 8-teamer. I mean, Gibbs, of course, but then you're like, yeah, it'd be better if you had a better RB2 and an 8-teamer. But the rookies are the rookies we all know, they've all either broken out or they're probably not going to, I guess, without an injury. All right, Julio with a pair of questions here. First of all, rate the trade, Pearsall and Monty for Henry.
I mean, I don't know how to rate it other than just say that's a win for you.
Yeah. And then here's the lineup. Flex Judkins, Monty, or McMillan.
Gotta flex Judkins.
Yeah. Judkins it is. Against the Dolphins. You know what that means. Antonio Betancourt. I mean, we've had this debate before.
No. This is a hard. This is like, are you starting, are you starting a Browns wide receiver? Yes or no?
How did I know you're going to go, your mind was going to go to Jerry Jeudy? How did I know? It's a big yes for me. It's put it on there, pile it on, ham, pepperoni, I don't care. But then again, I've always said, like, you could put almost anything on a pizza and I would eat it, like grass shavings, like bits of like rubber tire.
Oh, this is getting absurd now. It's getting absurd.
Anything on a pizza. Anchovies? What about anchovies?
No. Like, I honestly, when I eat pizza, I just prefer plain cheese. Sometimes I'll get like Canadian bacon or sausage or something like that, but I just really like plain cheese. Like, look, if a good pizza place has a good crust with good sauce and good cheese, that's all you need. That's all you need.
If all it has is cheese on it, is it really a good pizza?
Yes.
What?
The problem is like there's not enough, there's too much, like most things us Americans do, we ruined it. So we have crappy like Domino's, Pizza Hut, Little Caesars, and you have to put all the crap on it because it sucks. But go to a really good pizza place, and cheese pizza is amazing.
If it's a good pizza, yes, I like an authentic. You're thinking like Italian food, like actual like pizza place. Then
Yeah,
yeah,
well, I
it's
mean, I'm not going to eat Domino's or Little Caesars unless
no
I'm
like
just like don't
that's
want to
because
spend any money and don't mind feeling terrible.
well I don't, but look, we could go on. This is one people, you know how people say like you guys always agree on everything. Here's one, but we're like we will battle. We will battle over this because Chris is an Italian food snob because he's Italian.
Yes.
Um, and I will literally eat anything that is put in front of me. So, um, to me, like the more toppings, the better. Like pile it on. Like the Supreme, the Supreme, they put like 5 or 6 things on, and there's like extra this, extra like 10 toppings. Put it on there. The more, the better. Go to pizza toppings, everything.
Everything.
Uh, really, like Supreme, Ultimate, whatever. That's the one I want. Extra pineapple. Spearsy, who do you guys think is the GOAT?
Well,
Okay, this is like a
I
whole
mean,
nother.
I already know who Pierre's picking, but I mean, come on, let's be completely unbiased here.
Where's my book?
Let's be
Okay,
like any answer except Tom Brady is wrong. Like, come on.
or are we just talking quarterback?
I assume we're just talking quarterback because he says Montana, Marino, Elway, Peyton Manning, Tommy. I mean, come on, any answer but Tom Brady is wrong. Like, come on.
Yeah, look. It took a while for my pure hatred of Tom Brady to go away. I think once I saw him in Tampa Bay and he was not even just as good but better, it's like okay,
Exactly. Right. That was when everybody had to say, fine, he's the best. Like, right? You could make the arguments. Oh, it's the Bill Belichick system. Which, like, are we sure that Bill Belichick's even a good coach? Because look what's happening in UNC right now. What did the Patriots do after Brady? By the way, how many Super Bowls and playoffs did they go to without Brady, and when they still had Belichick? But when he went to Tampa Bay and immediately won a Super Bowl and played amazing, it's like, okay, there's no question.
I think anyone who says Brady isn't the GOAT is just biased, right? Even I, biggest Patriots hater and Marino fan, it's Brady. But I think anyone who says Belichick is like the greatest coach of all time, you need to rethink that because I think it's pretty clear Brady made Belichick and not the other way around. Belichick gets credit, sure, but having that quarterback, what did they do with that year Brady got hurt? Oh, they didn't win the Super Bowl. Anyways, best arm talent, Marino.
I think you're right. I think it might be Marino. That guy was ridiculous.
Yeah.
It was either him or Elway. If we're just talking arm talent.
Right. Okay, let's move on. Cordell Woodard. In a league that barely does trades, in other words, no fun league. Henry's on bye. Who should I start? Woody Marks or Kendre Miller?
I'm going to go Kendre Miller here just because he has such a good matchup. He could score.
He does get the Bears, right? Actually, you know what? I saw today Alvin Kamara did pop up on the injury report. Now, again, this is Wednesday, but that could mean something.
Well, I mean, he had the same ankle injury last week and he played, so.
But it could be like a Jacoby Myers situation. No, they're not trading Kamara. Just kidding. We think so. Now, he has a no-trade clause.
Yeah, he's not getting traded.
Here's the big question. Should I pick up and start, all caps, Cameron Johnson?
I mean, I guess if you have to. Only if you have to.
This depends on your other options. All right, John Wickering. Genty, JT Swift, White, Pollard. Any buy issues?
Well, I mean, not yet. I don't know. Are there buy issues here?
I don't know any buys offhand other than this week and next week. I know next week there's 6 teams on buy. Let me see. Raiders, that's Genty. Okay, but JT is not on buy, so no issue there. So you're gonna have one of your stud running backs. Swift already had his buy. White, Pollard. No, you're good. Cassie 420, 10 team, no PPR. Okay, Hurts, Rome Puka if he plays. Kyron Judkins, Scat. Sutton on the bench.
Yeah, I mean, if Puka's out, I just put Sutton in. Good spot for Sutton this week. Everything else looks fine.
I see 3 running back. Oh, it's no PPR.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's non-PPR, yeah. But Bucky and Henry are. Yeah, I'll play Kyron Judkins, Scattaboo, and non-PPR for sure.
There you go. Tristan Roll got the membership. Otten or Fannin?
If Njoku's out, I'll go Fannin. If Njoku plays, I might go Otten.
Well, that's the thing. If Evans is out, if he doesn't come back, Otten has to be interesting. So let's kind of wait and see. I think he would need that though. I mean, he still could do something, even if Evans plays. Igbuka's not playing, and neither is Godwin. So if Njoku's out, I think you've got to prefer Fannin though, regardless. Should I trade? Looks like Devontae Adams for Brees Hall. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Even if it's Devonta Smith, I mean, like maybe.
Yeah, I would probably do Devonta Smith.
Probably.
I don't think I'm high on Devonta Smith as everybody else. So,
but not Devonta Adams. All right, Joel Martinez, welcome back. Quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, tight end, and 2 flex. Baker or Jones? I guess
I'm going Baker. I'm going Baker. I don't even care. Just give me Baker.
Yeah,
he doesn't care who's out there.
2 running backs. Is it Bijan Brees?
Yep, Bijan and Brees.
2 receivers. Zay's on bye. Pierce.
I mean, I think you're probably going to have to play Ted or Pittman. I will say this about Pittman, though. Josh Downs is in the concussion protocol. He might miss this week, so that would be good for Pittman. Then you got to go McBride. Hold on. Then he says trade Brees, McBride for Kittle and Nico. I think I would do that.
Yeah. I mean, assuming Kittle actually plays the rest of the season, and he could play this week, but even so, rest of the season, Kittle McBride is comparable. And Nico over Brees, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Julio wants to know, if you're the Rico owner, do you pick up Chuba?
I mean, yeah, I think if Chuba's out there, I pick up Chuba.
Right. But I know he's in a 10-teamer, and he's pretty deep. So it depends who you're dropping. What about Tristan, Rico for Monty? Is that enough?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I would think you could get more, can't you?
Yeah, I don't think so.
It's like not really selling high,
Exactly.
Try to get more.
Kind of selling.
It's not bad. Like if I had to guess right now who's going to score more points the rest of the season, Rico or Monty, I would say Monty. But I feel like you could probably get something more from somebody. So shop around. All right, let's see. Next is Cali Kid once again. 2 running backs, 2 receivers, and a flex. Jamar Chase, Pickens, London, Jennings, Myers, Moore, Judkins, White, Chase Brown, Carter, Etienne, and Vidal.
All right, well, I'm going to go Jamar London, a wide receiver. How do you bench Pickens? Maybe we'll flex him. Judkins, yeah, we're going to flex him. Judkins, Rashad White at running back, and then we're going to flex Pickens.
There you go. Bert checking in a little later today. Starts it Waller or Njoku?
Yeah, just give me Waller. Even if Njoku plays, like I don't want to run the risk of this guy limping off the field every other
Yeah.
drive. Just give me Waller.
Yeah, it's really aggravating because I think last week talked up Njoku. He's back. All right, Gabriel's going to target him, and then sure enough, he gets hurt. Just go Waller. You know he's getting the target share. Pew plays. This is interesting. Saying it's okay. Just generally speaking, is Scary Terry worth trading for? I think
Yes.
so. But what about for Scadaboo? He wants Scadaboo.
I mean, to me, I feel like this is a good deal, but I feel like you can get more for Scadaboo right now. Like I feel like you could get Terry plus for Scadaboo right now. Like people are losing their mind. I can't believe the guy that nobody liked as a prospect or wanted any part of is now like one of the most valuable running backs in fantasy because he scored 3 touchdowns last week. Like, yeah, you can have Scadaboo, but throw in Travis Etienne, right? Throw in Bill, like something like that.
He's got the added benefit. A couple things. First of all, he's a rookie. We go crazy for rookies, right? Rookie running back. He's in New York. He gets all the hype, all the media exposure, right? He's not playing for Cleveland or Tennessee. He's in New York, and
True.
he's got that personality, right? So
Yes.
just everybody loves him.
Which, hey, I love Scadaboo too. I love Scadaboo even before he was even drafted. I loved Scadaboo before he was even drafted.
Yep.
But this is getting out of control. This is getting out of control.
I agree. Not yet out of control is our subscriber count. Let's do it though. Thank you, Bob, for the reminder. We're almost to 90, and then of course the next logical step, we're going for 100K. So if you haven't done it yet, everyone, right now, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't yet. All right. Let's do the Terminator, who is back. Is Woody Marks a must pick up? I wouldn't say that.
I don't know about a must, but he's a fine pickup.
Hall, Barkley, Rico Buck. Okay, so buys are upcoming, but I don't know. Like, I'm not. I know I talked about Woody Marks on the waiver wire video. I'm not starting Woody Marks over those running backs.
No.
And no, you're deep enough. So I'm looking for you to have some extra tight end or receiver you don't need, sure. But I wouldn't drop any of those running backs for Woody Marks. Silver Wolf dropped another. This one is super sticker. Thank you, Silver Wolf. And here's the question. 1 running back, 1 flex. Chase Brown, Vidal, Bourne, Golden, Marks, Harvey in half.
I'm going to go Vidal and Golden, although I will say, again, if Pearsall and Kittle are both out again this week, I would probably bump Bourne above Golden.
Yeah, Bourne is getting a lot of targets. It's crazy looking at the numbers for the last couple of weeks, and Bourne is up there, like among all leaders, like targets, yards, like everything. Doesn't mean it'll continue, but we'll see. All right, Miguel Perez saying he has Njoku, but he's probably not going to play. Right. Okay. So, Tonjes or Mayer?
Well, I mean, obviously, this is going to come down to does Kittle play or not. If Kittle's out, I could definitely go Tonjes here. But if Kittle plays, then it's got to be Mayer.
Yeah, you probably just have to look at it that way. It depends on Kittle.
Yep.
Juice, what's up? 10-teamer. This one is 2-4. All right, so not bragging on this one. No, Taysom will definitely not ever be traded. I seriously don't think he would ever be traded.
No.
What about this team? Any changes here? Got Kamara, his boy on the bench, Walker, Devonta Smith, AJ Brown on the bench, Rico on the bench.
Yeah, but I mean, look at his team. He's got Jefferson, Sun God, Odunze. He's got Judkins, Bill. I still like Bill. McBride, nah, you're good. How is this team 2-4?
I know, right? Sun God's been great. JJ, I guess running back because Judkins didn't play week 1, week 2 didn't do a whole lot. You got good
Yeah,
receivers.
I'm guessing some bad luck here as far as like matchups go.
Yeah, well, that too. Tough competition. Probably a draftling league. Okay,
Yes.
so yes, thank you. Everyone's siding with Chris on the pizza debate. Thank you for that. A lot like pineapple on pizza, but Andrea has the winning comment here. Have you ever had taco pizza? That's the best.
What is taco pizza?
It's almost exactly what you would imagine it is. It's like this what you would put in like in a crispy taco. It's ground meat, cheese, lettuce, tomato, and taco sauce instead of pizza sauce, but it's on a pizza. Peak.
Okay, doesn't sound like a taco?
But it's a pizza. It's taco pizza.
Okay.
It's peak. All right, let's go back to football here. We're catching up, by the way. We're almost caught up on the comments, so that's why. Rice and X Duo talking about Xavier Worthy.
I'm fine starting. If you're saying you're going to start Rice and Worthy, I'm okay with that. This offense can support both. Flex Pollard or Booty? I just go Booty. I'm just going to go Booty.
I'm not feeling the Titans like, let's pull one out for the interim coach.
Look, Booty could certainly be a trap. They could both be terrible this week, honestly, but let's take a chance on Booty.
All right. And on the NFL quarterback debate, you're probably right. Who remembers Jeff George? My guy, Cy Gray.
Okay, he did have arm talent. He had some serious arm talent. That's a good call. That is a good call. That dude could sling it. Holy moly.
Yeah. He probably had the strongest arm, but unfortunately, he didn't quite have the mental aspect of the game nailed down. Admiral Habibi is back. Help me pick starters at RB. Mason, Monty, Gainwell, Henderson, Kamara.
I think I just go the first two, Mason, Monty. Let me check. I mean, definitely Mason is one. Let me check Kamara and Monty. Yeah, I got Monty ahead of Kamara. I go Mason, Monty this week.
Mason and Monty it is, yeah. Bob. What's up, Bob? Out 2-2-1. Bijan, Jacobs, K9, Dowdle, Algier, AJB, Pickens, Odunze, Evans. 12-team PPR. You're welcome.
You got to go Bijan Jacobs. You got to go Pickens, Odunze. And then I'm either going to flex Evans or Dowdle.
Yeah, if Evans is active, I definitely want to put Evans in there. And if not, you pivot to Rico. And Silver Wolf dropped another super sticker. Here's a different question. Dak, London Lamb, Pearsall, Golden, Ayo, Chase Brown, Mason, Vidal, Marks, Harvey Miller, Fannin. Trade suggestions. You need a running back.
I mean, you definitely need a running back.
Yeah.
You need a running back.
Yeah, what do we do here,
this
though?
might be a team where I trade. I mean, I don't really want to trade London or Lamb, but this might be a team where I trade one of those guys to get a stud, right? Like if I can trade Lamb and get like a Gibbs, a Jacobs. I don't know if you can get a JT Bijan or CMC for Lamb. Probably not. I might do it. Or if you don't want to give up Lamb, if I can trade a London, we've already seen London for Achane a couple times. Again, if I can get a Jacobs, a Barkley, a Cook, a Genty, like this is a team that might need to do that.
And I'll say if you don't want to do that, or if you just can't do that, like those teams don't want to part with their stud running backs. I'm noticing you got Kittle on IR, and Kittle's coming back. People love their elite tight ends. You could probably swap Kittle maybe for an RB2 type.
True.
Because, I'm rolling with Fannin. It's not the worst thing in the world, right? Roll with Fannin. Maybe he gets that bump, and you could do that. NTY. Starting Dalton Schultz over AJ Barner for the floor.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Sure, that's fine. Probably. No, I mean, I would definitely prefer Schultz over Barner for the matchup. Just as long as you already know it's floor. It's a floor play.
Yep.
Cassie 420. Thank you for the reminder. Never hurts to have more reminders. You've been watching this whole time, or even part of the time, or maybe you just joined. It doesn't matter. Like button, hit subscribe if you haven't yet. Fun fact. Here we go. Pineapple pizza.
I'm not surprised.
In Canada.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
But then why is it so widespread if everyone doesn't love it? Don't know. All right. Okay, not everybody loves it. Stephen Cotto. Would you drop Tootin or Io Manor for Isaiah Davis?
I mean, I think you could probably drop Io Manor for almost anybody right now.
Yeah. Sure.
I don't really want to drop Tootin if I don't have to, because what happens if this weekend Etienne goes down with a serious injury?
Well, I think about it that way. If at the exact same time Breece Hall and Travis Etienne both go down, who would you rather have, Tootin or Isaiah Davis?
Tootin.
It's Tootin. So yeah. Drop Io Manor and then start one running back. Algier, Spears, or Kendry?
Well, if it's just for this week, I think I'm going to go Kendra because they get the Bears. Again,
Yep.
Spears, we don't know what the Titans are going to look like this week.
I have a feeling I know kind of what they're going to look like, and it's good. It's
okay,
not good.
Like true.
I have Coker, Golden, and Burden feeling like Io is droppable. You are correct. He is droppable.
Yes.
Okay. Luis Perez, rank Downs, Coker, Luther, Burden, Hunter, Bannon.
All right. Assuming Downs plays, he'll be my number 1. If Njoku's out, Fannin will actually be my number 2. I think I'll put Burden 3, Hunter 4, Coker 5, because I don't even know. Is Coker even going to play?
Yeah, keep an eye on Downs. He is weird because it's concussion protocol, right?
Yep.
But he didn't have a concussion last week, so he got it in practice or what? Something.
Well, I saw like a video. He took like a big hit on that touchdown, but he got up and like danced. But then I guess a little bit later, he took another big hit, and then he didn't play. It was like towards the end of the game, he didn't play after that. So maybe that was the one, or maybe it was on the touchdown. And like, there's supposed to be like independent spotter. Like, I don't know, in the NFL, whatever. Like, what I mean, Jackson Dart can literally launch headfirst into a defender's face, and nothing happens. Like, nothing. Nothing happens. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, let's keep an eye on that for Downs. And then speaking of Travis Hunter, again, not buying it, but they said they're going to get him more first read targets or something like that. I don't know. I don't care. All right. You remember just 24 hours ago, we had someone who was desperately trying to trade Saquon, and that was Mr. Rivers. Well, guess what?
He did it? Oh, no.
Whoa. Well, are you ready?
Oh, no.
Brace for it.
Oh, no. I'm not ready.
Wound up getting QJ and Nico. Are you proud?
I mean, I certainly think it's good enough. I mean, you got Nico, so that's fine. QJ, I think it's good enough. I still think your team needed Saquon more than it needed Nico and QJ, but hey, you were hell-bent on trading Saquon. You did it.
Yeah, it's just like anything. I think you got a good return. But guess what?
Yeah.
But wait, there's more. He also traded away Scat for Debo, and Dobbins. That's good.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I mean, yeah, but see, like looking at your running backs, well, you put QJ as a running back. That's not really fair. I mean, but look at your running backs now are Rico with Chuba coming back. This is what we were talking about last night. Or is that Quinshon Judkins?
Yeah, well, I actually thought about that. Wait a minute, is that Judkins, not QJ? Not. We think QJ. We think Quentin Johnston because that's.
So you traded Saquon for Nico and Quinshon Judkins. Oh, that's a great deal, actually.
Yeah, if that's Judkins, that's much better.
Oh, okay. That makes it. I think that makes it a lot better. I think that makes it a good deal. Then that definitely makes it a good deal because now at least you got QJ and Dobbins. All right, all right.
Yeah.
Definitely a good deal now. Good job.
All right. Well done. And you accomplished your goal of not having Saquon Barkley anymore. Derek got offered Jamar for JT. This is a dynasty trade. Okay. Jamar for JT,
Yeah,
JMO, a second
I'm
and
doing
a
it.
third.
Yes, 100%. Look, I know JT is great, but JT is like a 27-year-old running back who's probably going to end the season with 300 plus touches. Like Jameson, like give me Jamar Chase. Give me Jamar Chase. I'm taking Jamar Chase here. This is dynasty.
It's dynasty. And to me, a third round pick, I don't care what year it is, like whatever. Third round pick is just like a little like sweetener, like, oh, I don't care about third round pick. Second round pick, okay. I think this is fair. You get Jamar Chase, it's worth it. I have Nico AJB and Neighbors, and now you got Chase. Yeah, good luck next year. You're gonna have a great team. Okay, I kind of mentioned this. So your thoughts, real quick. Nick GT, if Myers does get traded, which is possible, who's the guy to get?
Well, I think Trey Tucker gets the biggest bump, but I think Jack Besh. It feels like they've been like Jack Besh has been the guy. Like Deontay Thornton. Remember, Deontay Thornton going to join the long ranks of preseason hype Hall of Fame. He's barely playing now. Jack Besh is the guy that's getting more snaps. So I think it's either Tucker or Besh.
There's a very clear and obvious, there's one of those charts to talk about, very clear and obvious trend of Thornton snaps going down since week 1 and Besh is going up. They have a swap.
Yep.
Thornton basically not seeing the field much anymore, and Besh is now going to be a factor as predicted. It's going to take some time, and it would help if they had a quarterback who threw it to his own receivers instead of the other team, but
True.
Besh can have value. Pew plays again. We got Gibbs, Javante, Vidal, Pollard, Scatterboo, London, Rice Flowers, T-Mac. Should I do Scatterboo for Terry? All right, so I remember I asked about this earlier. Here's the whole squad. Oh, and Michael Carter.
I mean, it seems like a good deal for you, but I mean, you're going to be stuck with. I mean, Gibbs Javante is just fine at running back, but you only have Vidal, and Pollard will be behind him, and Michael Carter. Like, what if something happens? Oh, you have Hampton on IR?
On IR.
Then I might do it. I might do it and just hope Gibbs and Javante stay healthy until Hampton comes back.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's Michael Carter, whatever, but yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's fair. I know it's easy. Just people are like, Terry, what has he done? He's been hurt. Like he'll still be good. I think you got to prefer Terry rest of the season. Okay, let's see. We are almost caught up on super chats. Here's one more. C. Hibbs. Pick 2, Rico, Chase Brown, K9, Gainwell, Jacoby.
I think I go Rico. I think I just go Rico Jacoby here, honestly. Assuming Jacoby plays. If Jacoby doesn't play, I'll go Rico K9.
Yeah, I think so. Gainwell's not going to have value if Warren is playing. Chase Brown barely has value. Yeah. What about this? This is interesting. Pablo M. last week traded Judkins and Kamara to get Drake London and Ted.
I think that's a win. I'm going to assume, okay, when I see a trade like this, you traded away 2 running backs for 2 wide receivers. I'm going to hope that you're very deep at running back because, like, even if Judkins is your RB3 and Kamara is your RB4, that means now you don't have an RB3 or RB4. or your RB3 and RB4 are now like Michael Carter and Kenneth Gainwell or something, right? So I'm going to assume you're good at running back here, that like these guys, like maybe Judkins was your RB4 and Kamara was your RB5. But I think just overall, I prefer the London and Tet side.
Right. As we say, not knowing your squad and all that, in a vacuum, I'll take the London side. Yeah. All right. How about this? Sammy, someone just sick and tired of Bach Bowers, dropped him. Well, could you drop Waller for him?
Yes. What the
heck? As far as I know, unless something broke while we were on the stream, he's not out for the season. So yeah, it's worth picking up Bowers. All right. Tease trees. Chase Brown or Kendrick Bourne?
I mean, unless Pearsall and Kittle both play, I'll go Kendrick Bourne. I mean, I might just go Kendrick Bourne no matter what. I don't know.
Chances of all the 49ers receivers actually playing at the same time, very small. I would just go Bourne anyways, I think. Zach Mudd, Worthy, Bill, or Higgins?
Actually, I have Bill ahead of Worthy. I'm going back to the well with Bill. This is another good matchup.
It is a good matchup. I mean, Worthy, it's a great matchup too, but here's the thing. Rasheed Rice is back. If Rasheed Rice were still not back, I think it would be easily Worthy. Man, it's the Cowboys. Oh, Bill. Like, I want to say Worthy, but then it's like, like FOMO. Am I going to miss the Bill big game? We didn't get it last week, but
I almost wanted to put Bill back on the booms, but I'm like, probably can't.
Well, it's hard to go back to the well when the well was dry last week, but
true.
Yeah, let's go Bill. It's the Cowboys. Talking about former quarterbacks. Remember Jake Plummer?
Yes. But did he have did he have crazy arm talent? I don't remember having crazy arm talent.
No, he didn't. He's a former quarterback.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's the name of the, I see.
Yeah. Trade Scadaboo and Lamar for JT.
Yeah, give me JT. I can get by with Caleb Williams as my quarterback. JT's been unbelievable.
Yeah. And then have Caleb Williams as your other quarterback. It's fine. Yeah. Getting JT. NTY. 10-teamer, 2 receivers and a flex. Dobbs, Terry, Bourne, Trey Tucker. So looks like we're only sitting 1.
All right. Well, I'll say, assuming they all play, I'm going to sit Trey Tucker.
Right. I mean, Terry's the one I'm going to want the most if he plays.
Well, if he doesn't play, then you're playing the other.
If he doesn't play, then it doesn't matter. Yeah. Okay. So speaking of Bourne, I have a few Bourne questions. Mr. Rivers, I don't think we could go this far. Is he a must-start rest of season?
No. I mean, look, we got to think Kittle's going to be back this week or next. We got to think Pearsall's going to be back at some point. I hope.
Wide receiver 3 with upside? Yes. Not wide receiver 2. That's fair. If Jennings continues to be out, if Jennings does get traded, which is possible, yeah, okay, then he's worth holding rest of season. He's definitely not a must start. Definitely not. All right. Well, let's test your theory on Bill here. Kevin, Tetuan, Dobbins, Bill, or Addison?
Nah, here I go Dobbins. I feel good about Dobbins' usage. They get the Giants at home. That's a great spot. I'm going Dobbins.
Okay. All right. So not Bill over Dobbins. I agree. It's a better spot for for Dobbins. All right. Now we are completely caught up. All right. So this is perfect time to remind everybody who's watching, if you haven't yet hit the like button, this is time to do it because it's your last chance. We're trying to help you out, help us out, and also subscribe because we're on the way, almost 90K. And then, of course, when we get to 100, appreciate everybody who's been on here all the time. Don't forget, also, you can turn notifications on to know when we go live. Guess what? Tomorrow, we're going to be back before the game, approximately 2 hours, a little more than 2 hours before it starts. So we can get all your last-minute start-sit questions before Thursday night's game. It's going to be the battle. What is it? No Country for Old Men. It's Joe Flacco, Aaron Rodgers. Two quarterbacks we can watch.
I think it's being called the Icy Hot Bowl.
The Icy Hot Bowl. Is that what it's been called?
Yes.
That's funny. The two players we can watch that don't make us feel old watching them. They can make me feel pretty spry watching them operate in the pocket. So anyways, we'll be back for tomorrow's stream. We've got start-sit videos for every position. They're coming out. Boom's going to come out. Everything you need to win. So check all that out. Thank you, everybody, for being on here, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.